I think that's Canada. I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, guys, we're recording now, but this is a new series I'm doing. And Sergio, turn your phone sideways, see if you get more of that view.
There we go.
Okay. So I don't know how this is going to work. So we're just going to run it and see what happens this episode, and it'll get better as we go. But so what we're going to do is I got 650 comments. So yeah, we're probably going to try and get through 5 or 10 if, depending on how long each one takes.
Yeah.
Also, hey, this is the beginning of the critique.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. It's called rate your physiques. So we're I'm just gonna show people, and it's not roast your physiques. So
why do I feel like you're looking at me?
He's definitely looking at me too. Don't worry.
I'm looking at both of you. I think Sergio, I just think you just feel a little more guilty. That's all. No, but yeah, let's not like shit on people. I want to just give them like an honest critique and maybe some advice.
Sure.
So what we'll do when we start is we'll just go around. Every time we pick somebody, one of us will go first, and then the other people can add in their commentary, and we'll just go around in a circle until we're done rating physiques. But anyway, before we start, Sergio, I haven't talked to you in a long time, man. How are you?
I'm finally good. It was like one thing after another. I fucking had that shoulder random thing happen, literally sleeping, and then I guess all bodybuilders, is what the doctor said. All bodybuilders have calcium deposits that are just floating around in our body because we're just fucking tearing our shit up. And then one of mine just happened to go in a nerve. And that was it. It was the most excruciating pain ever. So couldn't train or eat really for like a couple weeks. And then it just went away. And then I got sick, which wasn't COVID, thank God. But all of them, as much as the pain was with my shoulder, everything, the worst thing that happened to me, this sounds like the dumbest shit ever. I got hiccups for like 3 days straight. And bro, I had to go to the hospital. I even walked in, I was like, this is the dumbest reason for someone to go into the hospital. But I was like, I literally can't stop. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. So I literally started more losing my mind than anything. And they said it's actually really common, and it's good to come in because after, I guess, a certain amount of days, you're just doing damage to your esophagus. So that was probably the most mind fuck thing. So finally, no more bullshit.
Did they give you pills to relax your esophagus, or how'd they get rid of it?
Right. Oh, it's so funny. I saw you talking about it on your Would You Rather Sneeze?
Yeah.
Almost sneeze or hiccup. I literally have the hiccups while I'm watching that. And even with the hiccups, I'm like, I'd still rather take the hiccups. I think that's the one I would choose. But you're right. They gave me pills, but the problem is when you take those pills, you can't train. So it was literally hiccups and train, or no hiccups and no train. So after the shoulder, they already gave me so many painkillers for that, which I got low-key addicted to.
Did you really?
I was just having to pop them nonstop throughout the day because if I moved at all.
What'd they give you?
Well, first when I went to the hospital, the nurse was like, I've never given anyone this much morphine or Dilaudid in my entire career. And it wasn't working. So they gave me some fucking Vicodins that were really strong. And I was just having to do 2 or 3 at a time, all day. So I just didn't want to get back on any pills. And I needed to get back on training. I already lost over 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So I have them here just in case it happens again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not taking them.
How did you stop taking the pills? Like, how did you get to the point where you just could you just stop taking them?
You mean for the shoulder?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you were kind of got slightly addicted. Like, how did you just stop?
Yeah, the career. I knew the career was suffering.
Oh, so you just mentally said, "Fuck it, I can't do it."
Yeah, right. Yeah. You can't take Vicodin and go to the gym, because I still wanted to train legs when I was hurt, and I just couldn't. And then I started to tell that I started to do, which is what every addiction person does, where it's just like, all right, just one more. One's not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
One just to start my day. One just to go to bed.
And then I'll be good. Like
yeah. So luckily I've known a lot of people with addiction, so I just saw myself doing the same shit. So yeah, I literally just stopped.
Yeah. You were saying to me, I think we were talking on the phone. You were saying that the Arnold's might be in September, but then I was talking to a guy yesterday, and a guy was saying May. So I don't know what's right, what's wrong.
So I got a text, someone saying it's May or June, who worked for the Arnold. And then when I was at the Olympia, and I can't remember who it was, but it was obviously someone that I respected their opinion, told me that it's September. And then that's when I asked, well, then what the fuck's going to happen with the Olympia?
Yeah, see, I had initially heard September too, and that's what I was saying. And I was like, okay, maybe I do it because September's good timing. And then I heard Stan DeLongo and Mandis Buckle said it's in June.
Right. I think some people are getting the old info just finally now.
Yeah.
When they've already moved it again. Because then I heard someone else say they're not even going to make a date until Ohio has got their shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the most current day that people are hearing? September or June?
June.
Okay. Ian, have you done an Arnold before?
No.
That's a big deal for you then, eh? So you can kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it if it's September. I won't do it if it's June. Yeah.
Is the Olympia... I mean, the Olympia is obviously more important than the Arnold to most bodybuilders, but how do you feel about the Arnold in comparison? Is it even close or no?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the next closest. I mean, what else would be?
No, but I mean, like for me, I kind of always like the Arnold more than the Olympia, just because growing up.
I'd always kind of like, I'd never really had any interest in the Arnold for a couple of reasons. I mean, one, the timing to me was just, I'm always a guy that likes to get started like right at the beginning of the season, like May, June, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because that's usually when Toronto is. And I've always been the guy that's wanted to get that Toronto win. So yeah. I'm always aiming for Toronto to start the year every year. And then I'm also a guy that ends up always having long ass seasons that I'm pushing into like June, July, August, September. So like if you push that into September and then, you know, you really have no downtime between then to like come off and like, you know, chill a bit between then starting your prep for the Arnold. So I never really liked the timing, but if it is September, I mean, that works fabulously for me. Cause I mean, I would do Toronto first in August, and then I would do the Arnold immediately after that in September, and then head into the Olympia from there. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously a huge show. And I mean, I think from a prestige level, there's no question that winning the Arnold is the close second to winning an Olympic title. I mean, I don't think anyone disputes that. Yeah. You know, but it's not something that's like on my immediate radar of like, you know, goals like, hey, I want to win Arnold. You know, it's not something I think is like super attainable right now. And I think it's something that, you know, is as I get better as a bodybuilder increases on my list of things to do. Like this year is the first year I'm like, okay, maybe I'll throw my hat in, you know, after this Olympia and this New York Pro year. So, you know, I've thought about it, but you know, it really depends only if the timing lines up, you know.
It's kind of a different thing, I think, because most guys, I don't know, Sergio, correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, it was always, I always thought I'd do better at the Arnold before I tried to do better at the Olympia. And you've kind of done the opposite, Ian. You've gone, you know, now you're 7th at the Olympia, and now you're still like,
I mean, and that was not by anything more than like happenstance, to be honest. I mean, because the year that I won that Spain show, which was kind of like a flippy floppy show, you know, like I had been like placing 3rd, 4th, like consistently in every show before that. And then I just happened to win a show. Yeah. So you know, I was really just planning to like maybe try and qualify for an Olympia on points, you know, stuff like that. And then when I, you know, got the opportunity to do that show and won that show, then I was just kind of thrust into an Olympia, and then my prerogatives changed a little bit. And then I had a goal at the Olympia. Then I'm like, okay, well, I want to get back there. And
that's your goal now. Yeah.
And then from my perspective, it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm not even top 10 at the Olympia yet. And like, I know it's backwards thinking, but I'm not even top 10 at the Olympia yet. So why bother doing the Arnold, you know? Because I was like, you know, for me, I thought the time would be better spent, like I said, because of how the timing of the season works. I'd be better spent taking that time as proper off-season time and then extending into to do my shows in May and June, and then try and prepare for the Olympia. So you know, it's until I was really winning shows consistently, and being like a front runner in the shows I was doing, I didn't really see any point of like trying to throw my hat in a show like the Arnold that isn't gonna do anything else for me, you know?
Yeah. Sergio, do you think for you, hasn't the Arnold kind of been like a rite of passage? Like you were what, 4th this year at the Arnold?
That was 5th. Yeah, but no, it's funny that Ian sees it the other way when Phil's the only person to win the Olympia without winning the Arnold. It's been kind of like an unspoken rule that you have to win that first, and then you can be in the running for the Olympia. It's just what, 1 or 2 times that someone won the Olympia, like Ronnie, and then won the Arnold. Yeah. But other than those 2 cases, it's usually the other way around. And growing up as a kid, like you said, the winners of the Arnold usually were what I wanted to kind of look like, even if Cormier necessarily didn't have won, he was still like against Flex. And that was kind of the look that I kind of wanted to be more like than Ronnie. So growing up, and still to this day, I tell people all the time when they're like, hey, when they talk about winning the Olympia, you kind of just show you really don't know a lot how hard it is to win the Olympia, because even kind of talking about it, it really shows that, it's what, we're at 16 guys now and like 80 years. No, I'm just exaggerating. But so I think when I talk to people, I always say, I'm just more worried about the Arnold and I want to get that notch on my belt first. But it's weird. I think the Arnold's harder. So like if Ian goes into the Arnold, I think it's harder going into the Arnold than it is the Olympia, because when you do the Olympia, you know you're not going to be in that first call out. Like you have to have known. I know you were feeling really good about going into the show.
I mean, I surpassed my expectations even with the 7, so I didn't even think I was going to be that high, you know?
Right. But that's because you're like me. You're very realistic.
Yeah.
And you're able to understand the sport. A lot of people just want things to be a certain way, and then when they're not, they kind of get mad, rather than that's just how it works. You have to start from the back and work your way up. Yeah. But you had certain people that you were not worried about, but you were thinking about going into the Olympia, where in the Arnold, it's that's it. You're trying to win, you're trying to be in that first call out, and trying to be in that first call out, I think is harder than trying to be in the second call out of the Olympia, if that makes sense.
I agree with you there.
I don't know if that makes sense. Wait a minute. That's
no, I understand what he's saying, because your pressure, your levels are very different. I mean, like for me, like I didn't ever have the expectation of getting in the first call out.
No. Wait a minute.
Whenever I achieved that, I was surpassing it. Go ahead.
I get that. I get that the pressure is less at the Olympia because you already know those first 4 or 5 spots are going to be taken.
Right.
I understand. Yeah, that makes sense. But the difficulty level is harder at the Olympia because you got to break into that 5, 6, 4 spot. You know what I mean?
If you have that, if you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
He said the first call out at the Arnold is harder than the second call at the Olympia, which we agree with.
Yes, I agree with that.
So
yes.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, when I was competing more, I felt like, competing period, I always felt like the Arnold was the rite of passage. Like when you placed at a certain place at the Arnold, people kind of knew, okay, well, he was first, second, third, fourth, whatever it may be at the Arnold. That means he's going to be X place at the Olympia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why it always kind of struck me that, Ian, you've been competing for a while and you haven't done that show. But time wise, it makes sense though.
Yeah, it's only been for the mere reason of that I've always wanted to compete in May and June, and I always have known I've needed the off-season time prior to that.
Yeah.
So and the shows that we happen to do during the season just happen to be Olympia qualifiers. It's nothing more than that. I do those shows because I'm trying to progress in those shows. I'm not even thinking of Olympia placings or Arnold placings at this point. It's just, hey, go from a top 4 to winning, a show like Toronto or winning a show like New York. And then once I go from there, okay, that just happens to qualify me for the Olympia. And then let's just see where I can do there. Now I'm at the point where I think, okay, I've won a series show. I've placed okay at the Olympia now. Maybe an Arnold is something in making that first call out. I was right. Basically the worst guy or the best guy in the second call out, because Akeem was.
Yeah.
So I was like, the best of the worst, so I think now is where I'm like, okay, making that first call out at the Arnold is a realistic thing. So maybe I throw my hat in that. Like for me, there'd be no point unless I thought, like Sergio said, being in that first call out would be a realistic goal. Like I don't want to go to the Arnold to be second call out or third call out.
Yeah.
I can go to the Olympia and do that, So,
yeah. It makes sense.
If I think until I'm at that point, which I think I'm like right on the cusp now, to potentially being a first call at the Arnold, then it would be something I would entertain, but only if the dates line up, like I said.
Yeah. Sergio, how's business going with the life of a businessman and bodybuilder in one? How's that?
Oh my God.
How's that?
I know, yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit when we were talking the other day. The hardest part for me is that my favorite thing to do is disappear. And fucking Dorian Yates the fuck out of my life. And then, I came back 11 pounds heavier than I was in 1 year. You're like, I just make better gains when I can disappear from social media. But now I can't do that anymore. And that was one benefit I guess I didn't appreciate when I was sponsored is you had your obligations, whatever amount of posts, whatever amount of appearances, and that was it. And the rest you could just fucking focus on bodybuilding. And now it kind of bothers me if I'm like, even if I'm just resting and kind of like taking care of myself, now it's like I could be doing something. I could be making money, making moves, researching.
Yeah.
And so that's just different. It's just a new part of it. So, but I would definitely rather trade not being able to go 0 dark 30 instead of right before a show, a sponsor drops you. Having that happen three times in a row is more mind fucking than me not being able to do bodybuilding the way that I prefer.
Let me ask you this though. Like, when I woke up in the morning as just a bodybuilder, it would be like, okay, I got to get my meals in. What am I training today? That was like first thing I thought of when I woke up. Now it's like you said, I have like, okay, what do I have to do to make a buck?
Yeah.
Like how do I make an extra dollar today? How do I grow the company a little more? So it's like,
grow the brand.
Yeah. There's a lot more to think of. So how is that affecting you Is it hurting your bodybuilding career in any way? I guess is what I want to ask.
It's certainly going to be an adjustment period.
Yeah, right. I think I'm already past that adjustment period, thank God. Unfortunately, we just happened to do the company during COVID. If it wasn't during COVID, I think that transition period would have been a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
But we're trying to, because I'm trying to get new subs to come out. We're trying to kind of get ready to start competing again. So trying to prepare for what's about to happen when it probably isn't going to happen for another 6-7 more months is definitely a lot harder. Like when I wake up, right, it was just eating and whatever cardio, whatever I have to do. Now I usually figure out and get on the phone with my business partner and we're trying to figure out whatever it is, advertisement, stuff like that. So
it's
just different.
How many products do you guys have right now?
So we have 3 and then we have 3 more coming out.
What 3 do you have?
Pre, EAs, and protein.
So for those, you have a protein already?
Yeah, Milky Way.
Oh, that's right. You guys.
Yeah.
So this is Sergio's company, and I always tell people if you're going to buy supplements, buy from bodybuilders, because we give a shit. But yeah, so you guys have a protein already. We just got our protein now. That's like one of the more expensive things to start with. It's weird that you guys started with that first.
Yeah, you're right, because people don't know that you make nothing from protein.
Well, not only the margin though, but the cost of it too is a little bit more.
Right, exactly. The hardest part was actually finding one that tastes good. So we've kind of done the company kind of selfishly. I've done it around what I use and what I like.
Yeah.
And so like the proteins zero everything because I need a protein when I'm dieting, to have something that has a bunch of carbs or even sugar in it defeats the purpose when it comes time for me to prep. And now I can't take it. So really everything's kind of around my career. And that's what the new product is, whenever I do, let's say what it is, when I do my insulin in the gym, I'm taking these like a carb, aminos, creatine, just so much of a mix in one drink that sometimes my stomach is just so bloated from ingesting that during my workout. So that's one product we're making is it just has all that in one. So
what is it? What is it that it has everything?
It's really an intra workout, but it's just going to have carbs, creatine, glutamine,
so good
aminos. Okay. I call it the insulin cocktail. That's pretty much what we're all doing.
I don't think you should call that marketing wise.
No, okay. All right.
I got to keep giving you advice on the, you know what, from now on, before you say anything about your company, call me first.
Call me first. Okay.
Don't say it's the insulin cocktail. That's not what we.
Okay. So we'll cancel the Anadrol pre-workout. That's coming
don't. Are you like that company? Just like Anadrol. Just write that on the bottom.
Yeah. Just like Anadrol.
Yeah. So no, it's good. I'm just excited to get back on stage. I know that more than anything, especially when you're about to do a show and then couldn't do it, you can really see noticeably sales difference when you're either talked about or doing a show. It's just it's so noticeable that kind of hurts your feelings.
Well, I think everybody, like, even if without a company, like anybody who's at our level knows that their interaction, whether it be like Ian, you just came out with t-shirts and stuff and all that, like we all know, like all our interaction, all our sales, everything gets better when you compete. Why do you think it hurts your feelings though? You think because nobody cares about you when you're fat?
No. I guess that maybe that's not the word. It's what it is because I don't care about social media. So the less likes, the less views, I didn't really notice much of because it just wasn't important to me. Yeah. When you literally have less income coming in because you wanted to take more time, because that's the craziest part about bodybuilding. And that's just what people don't understand. If you invest in yourself and take time off from doing shows, you get better. But while you're doing that, you become less relevant.
Yes.
And it's just this catch-22 that you have to pick, like, I don't think you should do where like Sean Ray would do like one show every year. I don't think it should be that extreme. It's really bad for the sport too when one person doesn't really compete all year. Yeah. But you can't grow when you're constantly taking fat burners and doing 2 hours of cardio. So that balance is something that we have to deal with in our generation that maybe the other generations really didn't have to as much. Yeah. Because when Cormier was staying with me and he would talk about how they would go to one show, get on a plane, go to another show, get on a plane. Really, if you look at those pictures, their glutes and hams were definitely not by any means like
I'm not
competitive level.
I'm not going to say anything about this because
we know you're not. I'm talking to Ian because he doesn't care. He doesn't care if they get mad at him.
I agree.
And it really is it's just facts. It's not even like I'm saying that generation's better or ours is better. I'm not saying that. If anything, I hate when people say that. I think everyone has a different thing to it. I'm just saying it's easier to do shows like that back to back when you don't have to be almost a couple steps away from dying.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, no. Do you think the fact that we have to film each other all the time, or not each other, but film our shit all the time is a distraction? Because I don't think it's a distraction for me.
No, I know people say that. You know, the only people that are saying that are the old school guys because they don't know you can do both. You could literally put your phone against a weight or the wall or have someone do it, and it doesn't affect your workout. And really, sometimes I feel like if I'm filming it, sometimes I do better, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you might lift more.
Yeah.
Do you pull out all the stops, Ian, when the camera's on?
Oh, of course, yeah. I feel like I'm always pulling out all the stops, but when there's that camera there, it's that extra 1% that you'll go for that.
The extra 2 or 3 reps that you were going to do.
You don't want to post it on Instagram and someone be like, what a fucking pussy. He had 2 more reps in him. Someone's gonna think that. So you're like, I'm fucking doing everything to get this set out, so no one's saying shit. I
don't do that because I'd probably get fucking hurt. So when I post,
you would get hurt. You're old. You're allowed to do that. That's fine. I'm known as that though. Like if a guy like me or James go out and put up half-ass sets, people are gonna say something.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't put out half-ass sets. I just don't squat eight fucking plates.
Sorry, I'm not saying I wasn't doing that as a comparative. I'm saying
I know.
Just a separate thought. Yeah.
I know what you mean. No, it would be weird if James put up a squat or you put up a squat and it was 3 plates.
3 plates for 8 reps.
Right. Yeah. All right, let's get to it because we got a fuckload of people and I don't know if they think we're gonna get to all of them, but I thought I would pick them ahead of time and I thought it'd probably be more fun to pick them with you guys. So sure. This is the post, and for those of you.
All right. Well, this guy right here, he definitely needs to work on his rear delt. Oh, this isn't one of them.
No, I don't. No, it's just a bad. I have rear delts. I promise. No,
you can't see your rear delts on a side tricep. That was the joke.
I know. I get it. I remember somebody said. I think somebody tore into you for that, didn't they?
Me?
Was it Sergio? Didn't that happen to you this year?
No, not rear delts.
Somebody I had on. Maybe it was Patrick. Somebody I had on the podcast was bitching because somebody was complaining about their photo not having rear delts, but it was like a photo like this.
Yeah, can't see shit.
Yeah,
it sounds like Patrick.
Anyways, okay. So for those of you watching, please don't DM me your pictures, and don't tag me in your pictures. Just leave your comments here. There's all these comments. This is what we're going to pick from. So from now on, for future episodes, just leave your comments in the comment section, and we'll pick from them. All right. So I'm just going to scroll through. Are we going to actually go through and try and pick someone, or just should I just scroll and stop?
Yeah, I mean, just whatever.
We should pick them by their name. If it's Protein Poppy Daddy, then we'd definitely want to
Seth the King Gorilla. There you go. 5'1", 125.
This guy's Paint Chota.
Oh no, he's tagging to put his girlfriend. He put his girlfriend in there. Figure class A.
Oh, you can't do that. You can do that.
We're doing girls?
Well, we could do girls and guys, but you got to post it yourself.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this guy.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so wait, what did he say? He was it's gonna go back to my fuck. Okay. Let's just go. I think he's classic. He said he was classic. Yeah, okay. So here's a front shot, front relaxed.
He's pretty wide.
Yeah.
Big kid, good legs, wide legs.
What's his height?
Okay, I'm gonna be straight up from the get-go. And this is not a roast. So listen, you guys watching, this is constructive criticism, and you can take it for what it is. When I look at this physique, I think bodybuilding.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't think classic. He's got.
I don't either whatsoever.
Yeah, he's got big legs. He's got flaring lats. He looks like he could be a really good bodybuilder with another, 20 pounds or whatever.
I already felt like this was going to be a problem, and I was worried that this was going to be a majority of my answer, because my biggest pet peeve in the sport right now is that people don't understand you have to look classic. Not I just want to be in that class because I like the way someone hits a vacuum. So I feel like a majority of the people we're going to pick are people that should just actually spend more time putting more muscle on and go into bodybuilding rather than being catabolic to go into classic.
But Sergio, you know what? That's okay, because that's what this show is for, is for your honest critique. So if you think that this guy would be better as a bodybuilder, that's our critique. If he doesn't want to, then it's his choice, right?
Go click right. There must be more shots here.
I wonder if I can make this. No, it's not going to get any bigger. Okay, so there's a quarter turn.
He needs to work on the hamstrings a bit. Chest needs to come a little bit.
what I see most glaringly, what I see is shoulders and hamstrings.
I was gonna say, yeah, rear delts and shoulders there for sure. Like
it looks like his anterior delt, like front delt, is way more overdeveloped.
Medial delt and rear delt is definitely a little lacking.
Yeah. And then the quad definitely looks like it's taking more than the hamstring.
I mean, he's got a little bit of a knee bend though, like in it. So I don't know if he's just not posing that shot right. And like,
well, let's see.
Until you're super lean, it's really hard to see a good like transition between the quad and the hamstring on those side shots.
So
did I miss his height? I saw 230.
He must be tall if he's 230.
I think it was like I saw it in the post. I missed it. I think it's like 5'9" or 5'10".
Oh, that heavy? Okay.
That's not tall.
Well, it's good for, I mean, 5'9", 5'10", 230 is actually like, you know, a couple.
I figured he was taller based off the height. Yeah.
I should go back and find it, but
that's okay.
So I mean, if you want to be classic, first thing I definitely see is you need more lat width from the front.
Yeah.
Because the waist is not super tiny, so you need to accentuate the flare of the lat more.
Yeah.
Let's see what else he's got here.
And just by the way, for anyone that... Go ahead, Sergio.
No, I was just going to say classic or bodybuilding. He's got to bring up his quads.
Yeah.
But you could tell, right, he used to be a beach guy, so these legs are probably 5 times the size of what they used to be.
Yeah, like he has good adductors and stuff, but he's like from the sweep side, there's very minimal sweep there. You know, his vastus medialis is pretty good, but like the outer sweep is underdeveloped for sure.
I see his legs being like his best body part.
Yeah, because he has big adductors.
His left leg, but not his right.
Yeah, he's got good adductors, so he's got like the Brandon Curry appearance of width, but there's not a lot of sweep on it.
Yeah,
that side chest is a really good shot.
Yeah. And just for anyone like that's these kids that like the classic posing, you can still pose like this and compete in bodybuilding, you know?
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's a good it's a good side tricep. His bodybuilding poses are good.
Yeah.
No, yeah, his transitions are great.
His bodybuilding poses are much better than his classic poses, yes.
But yeah, that's what I want to change. I think a lot of people think the posing and the transitions is classic when it's not. It's your body type.
It's your body type.
Okay, so you know what? We all kind of went at the same time. I want to give somebody a chance to assess first, and then so Sergio, why don't you assess this shot or this, and we'll go through them, and then we kind of all gave our opinions already, but let's give a final analysis. Sergio, what do you say?
Oh yeah, that's the first time we saw the back.
That's the first back shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I actually think if this guy actually just took like a year or two and actually just started to put on muscle and just see what he looks like and then pick what class he goes into, that would help him a lot more. Because you can, when you do classic, at some point you have to start transferring weight because you can't go over a certain weight. And then he's going to have to start taking some muscle out of his back to put it into his shoulders and hamstrings. So I think this guy, the best advice you could give him is just to train for maybe a year or two without doing a show, and then see what he looks like and what he weighs, and then go into that class.
Do you think guys are rushing to get into shows? Because this guy, I feel like if he just took some time, he could develop a really good bodybuilding physique.
Yeah.
It's hard to be when you're not relevant. Like I was saying on social media, not even as a pro, even just with your friends, when you have a buddy who did a show and now everyone's like, oh man,
yeah, you're right.
Got 6.
Yeah. I mean, go down, maybe. Let's see if this guy has any stage shots.
Yeah. It's a great point.
I don't know if he's competed before, so we'll just have to. I don't know why.
Because at the same point, I always say people should just take more time and put on more muscle. I also say,
there's
one. You should absolutely do a show.
You know what though? Can I say something? When I see him here, I mean it's a quarter turn, so it's different. But he looks more classic in that when he's shredded, definitely.
Yeah,
but it's also a side shot, so it's just it's to me the reason he's not as much classic is the width of his whole body.
Yes.
Like he's got wide shoulders, pretty wide quads, and his waist is not tiny. It's good, but it's not tiny.
There below it, there's a side try or something stage shot.
I think
I would move up to bodybuilding. I mean, he definitely needs, like you said, the medial and rear delt needs to come up, upper chest.
Yeah, I don't know what he weighed in that show, but I bet you he's the max weight for that height already.
Yeah. The quads are good, man.
Did he not win?
It's just he's got a really high sweep.
He's second place.
Second.
See, the reason I don't think if he's going to be classic, he's going to have to put a lot more width in his lats and his shoulders because the stomach is not.
Yeah.
They just,
I mean, Ian, from being, you guys both know from being at the shows, they just like that really tiny. wasted.
His legs look really good there.
His legs do look. I'm telling you, his legs are great. I think his legs are great.
But that's his left. But again, that's his left leg.
Yeah, you can see there is
the right is noticeable. I have the same thing. We all have the same thing.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, I have the same thing too. Okay, so I think we've given a pretty good critique. So we're saying body parts. We're saying shoulders, hamstrings
the most.
Yeah,
and more lat from the front or more lat overall. Now, let's go rating out of 10. Okay, and you can use decimal points.
Okay, wait. What is a 10 and what's a 0 here? You set the standard.
A 10 is Mr. Olympia. So 10 is Ronnie Coleman or Chris Bumstead.
Okay.
Or, Rami, depending on whatever class. So this guy's classic. So a 10 would be Chris Bumstead.
Okay.
Now it's hard to compare amateurs to pros, but if this guy wants to be a pro, we're going to compare with pros, I guess, right?
Okay, so 10 being that and a 0 being like my grandma.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted you to use an example of a bodybuilder.
I thought he was gonna also.
I thought you were for sure. I would have. Glad you didn't ask me.
I mean, I could throw it out if you want to.
No, don't. Ian, don't. Let's. Okay.
I'll do that. You don't put me up to the challenge. I'll give him a. Okay,
wait a minute. Let's all go at the same time.
Okay, a 5.5.
I think on this first one, we're gonna have like different ratings of this, how the scale works, and then we'll kind of adjust from there. Because I'm gonna give him a 4, but then I'm like, is this too high? Because like,
okay, you know what? Wait a minute. We should rate as an amateur because you can't compare him to pros. So at the level he's at, it looks like he's only done one show.
Yeah.
So at the level he's at, out of 10, I would give him like, for classic, I would give him like a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a 6.5.
Yeah.
I said 5.5.
Now, if he said he was going to be a bodybuilder, I would be like, maybe you're a 6.5. Yeah.
Well, so you can tell when he did. Go ahead, Ian.
So that was a 6.5, a 6, and a 5.5. That averages to a 6.
Yeah. So we're all pretty on the ball with that. Okay.
You can tell though when he did his show, it was the old standard for classic, the old trunks.
Yeah.
So he also doesn't realize now your glutes and your hams are highly judged in the new classic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay. 5'9", current weight 243.8, competing in 212, 18 weeks out from pro debut.
Oh yeah, see this guy.
Fuck, we got pros on here? What the fuck? All right, pros want to be rated.
Is that men's physique?
These are clients. These must be clients.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go down.
Oh, okay. You're right. I was like, what?
That's him there.
Where? Yeah. This guy?
No, go up.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Go up and up. Right.
To the right. There, yep.
That's 212?
He's working with Chris Tuttle. Came down 241 from 244, a little drier. Go through all the shots. Okay, keep going. Okay.
All right.
This is a pro?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, first thing, it's hard to tell because let's go try and find a picture where he's in shape so we can kind of see. But from first glance, I mean, legs are the first thing that stand out to me.
Yeah.
That's just the back, but let me see if I can find another shot here somewhere. Is this? No, that's not him. I was going to say. Okay. Is this him?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hamstrings are good.
Yeah.
Glutes need to be harder. Arms need to come up. Shoulders need to come up.
Yeah. He's doing the old posing too, where they stick their butt back and they don't squeeze
squat back like that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find more physique shots. No, that's a client. Okay, here's a better one. Yeah, legs definitely are the first thing.
Randy actually looks really good if it wasn't for his quads.
Yeah. He definitely needs to bring up the leg thickness. That's the first thing I see. Legs and arms are the things that he's definitely torso dominant.
Well, I see all the workouts.
Go up.
One sec. Here's a back shot. Yeah, for his stage, he needs to be more conditioned. The glutes could be harder.
Go up though. There's a quarter turn on the right side.
Quarter turn on the right side. Here?
Right there. Yeah, like see, chest definitely needs to come up a lot.
Yeah.
His chest is pretty thin. Quads, like from the side, are okay. The legs are okay. Arms need to come up. Shoulders, yeah. He like you said, torso dominant. The back's not bad, but he definitely needs to bring up like the appendages.
Yeah, when I see this is the first thing I see is the arms and shoulders are a little slight, legs are a little slight. I would just take time, man.
Huge.
So he said he's getting ready for his pro debut in 18 weeks. If I was you, Anthony, I would wait. Man, and I would just put more size on. Because I don't think.
Can you scroll down? It looks like he only does hack squat and leg press because that might be his issue.
Yeah, and you definitely need to bring up the quads. I don't know. There's
Sometimes
no more.
it's not even genetics. It's just the training you're doing. Some guys don't believe in squats.
His conditioning is good here. I don't know if this is the same show we were looking at before, but his conditioning is good.
No, yeah, his side leg is good. His side chest is good too.
Yeah.
Just not the chest, but the leg is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think we've seen.
There's the most muscular on that coaching one.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the legs are holding him back the most. I mean, I think guys can get away with smaller arms.
Yeah.
But you can't get away with smaller legs.
No.
It's always going to hold you back.
He needs to make some posing adjustments for sure. I mean, like his side chest, he's squatted in a little low. His back double, he's doing that old posing style. I don't like his style of posing, and that's coming from me, who's by no means a excellent poser.
But this side chest, I think, is the new one. This one
looks fine. Yeah,
he's corrected it. So this side chest is good.
Yeah, that one's fine. His quarter turns, he definitely needs to rotate more on.
Here's a video. We'll see this. So I think waist needs to be worked on. I don't know if he needs a waist trainer or a different diet. I mean, Chris Tuttle's very, very smart, so he's probably helping him with that.
Yeah, the
hamstrings are really good, like separated.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
posing flexes glutes.
Yeah.
Just those 212 guys, man, they're so short. They're all of them have big quads. They have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know any 212 guys without legs.
Okay, so
quads are definitely holding him back the most. You're right.
So if we're saying, are we going to rate out of 10 or no? Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, we should do it every time.
Okay, so rating out of 10. He is a pro.
As a 212 pro.
Yeah, as a 212 pro, what are we saying for Anthony Deluxe?
I'm going to give him a 4.
I was going to say 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the 5 range as well.
You're always going to go one higher because you're too nice.
No,
I gave the highest last one. I gave the lowest on this one.
Perfect, because you're too nice, I'm too mean, and then kind of Ian's right in the middle. So we have to take the average of our score, really.
I don't want
yours doesn't count. You're the curve. You're like grading on a curve. Yours goes out the door.
Well, yours doesn't count either. Then Ian's in the middle.
I'm the only one that counts.
Yeah, but mine's gonna help them more than yours will.
I'm helping their psyche. I don't want them to fucking cry after we're done. Okay. No,
go way down. Yeah.
All right. I know. I just got to keep on fucking.
There you go. Pick one around here.
All right.
Let's look at some names. Find a good
6'2", Luke Carroll, 6'2", 222, classic physique.
Okay.
5'9", 190, 23 years old.
Oh, he says classic or bodybuilding. Here, we'll make the decision for him. Go in there.
There we go.
All right, Noah Sias. Let's see. You got to have photos, man, if we're going to critique your physique. You don't have any photos.
It's just all selfies.
Yeah, dude. I said in the post I put up, if you have...
There you go. Is that him? Okay, there you go. So he's young. He's obviously young.
He's not that young. He's 23. You were a pro at 23.
Does it say 23?
He said he was 23, yeah.
Damn, you were a pro at 23, Ian?
Yeah, I was turned pro at 22 or 23, yeah.
Okay, let's do it, guys. I don't know if we can do... Guys, there's not really that many photos, man. Well,
the record is 21. That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Or 20.
Honestly, this is just, to me, you need a lot more time. Like, regardless,
there's not enough tissue development there to give an honest assessment. Like, it looks like he just stopped doing boxing here. Like,
right. I was just gonna say that.
Okay, sorry, Noah. We're gonna have to wait till you get a little bit more meat on the bones so we can actually critique possible. The only thing we should say now is you just need more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 23. Okay. Big D. Big
oh,
D. No, he just took the same name.
No, let's do big super.
No.
No, but for real though, I actually think he's the best amateur to not turn pro.
I agree. Yeah. All right, let's do this guy. 6'2", 225.
There you go.
Okay, there's a lot of work to be done here, man.
Yeah. Okay, well, first huge glaring weakness is obviously his chest.
Yeah.
It almost looks like he used to maybe be like overweight and then lost a bunch of weight.
I don't know. His rib cage is huge.
It is.
Like I've never seen this thing.
Go to the right. Let's see all the pics. Oh, no, I don't want to see him lift.
Wow. Oh, will he get to watch your deadlift? We don't get to watch anybody else.
Only mine.
I know how he said it too.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him lift.
Okay. It's a long way to go, man. Everything's kind of, I mean, it's getting there. You got a little bit of legs. I mean, it just needs more time. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, so if anyone's telling him to do a show, he shouldn't listen to him.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, focus. The chest needs to come up the most for sure. I mean, that's definitely the weakness. I mean, you can see here his arms and delts came up quite a bit, but his chest really didn't improve whatsoever.
Yeah.
He's probably just doing shoulders on chest day.
Yeah.
His back is pretty good.
Yeah. See, like, look at the improvements everywhere else, and then look at the improvements in his chest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, whatever you're doing for your chest, if you're just like flat pressing all the time or something like that, I mean, you need to switch it up and do something you can feel a little better.
He needs to squeeze his shoulder blades back. You could see on that press before you turned it off, he's benching flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really, yeah.
So like really pinch the scapula back and make sure that your chest is staying ahead of your shoulders, like Sergio said.
Yeah, it's just going to be more time, more food, more time, more lifting. Let's go to the next one. It's hard to help the guys who are kind of just starting because it's really just more time needed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Phil Smith. He's like a top level amateur, 5'6", 175, I think it said.
Yeah.
Okay, this actually we can do a good. I think he just took like second or something at the North Americans. So what are we seeing here that is weak?
I mean, his legs, but he's got good shape.
He's got good shape. His legs definitely need to come up. Yeah, I mean, he's got good width on the adductors on the inside, but the quads need more as a whole. I mean, he's pretty balanced.
I think his arms are so far the best thing I've seen.
I mean, his triceps are good, but his biceps are a little on the flat
not his biceps. Whoa, that's not the same leg that was on stage.
I think it is, man. Arms are good, man. Arms are good.
Yeah, his arms look good there. He's losing a lot of volume.
One second. I want to see what this says. What is this? These photos are all from last show, which means 13 months separate, before and after.
Oh, okay. One is the left is the after?
I think so.
Even if it's before or after, he's just over dieting.
Yeah, that's over dieted big time.
Yeah.
No, but wait, no. I think this is just this is after period. I don't think it's like he says he had gyno surgery, right? So
so the right he definitely still has gyno. The left he doesn't.
Yeah, this is after. So he's put on a bunch of size. His chest is much thicker. Shoulders, arms are way thicker.
Yeah, he looks way better on the left there for sure.
No, if he put a tiny little size on his quads, he would actually be really good.
But look at this. Look at this, guys. He's got a massive gap here. His legs are touching. Like he's putting on good size. Side tricep is good. Got a little bit of hamstring drop.
Yeah. No, he looks good on these left shots for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can we find like more shots of those left ones?
I think this might be the same ones.
So we'll rate him off this because this seems to be most recent.
Yeah. Man, that shot looks really good. His waist looks good.
Yeah. A little
bodybuilding, right?
A little more on those quads, like width on the quads. And I mean, that's a good shot. Breathe out the air more, get your lower stomach in a bit more, but that's a good shot.
Back could use more thickness.
His back
could use more. Yeah. Hamstrings a little more.
Yeah. I think the back, once your back is a little thicker, it changes everything.
I mean, that's a solid shot though. That's
side shots are very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That front double is good too.
Yeah. Cause he's got a good thick chest. He's got a really good chest. So
this looks like it was after chest day though.
I mean, either way though, the muscle's there, you know?
Yeah. The back,
more width in the back for sure.
You know, it's funny. I see this on his back. You can see all the insertion points are where they need to be. It just needs more thickness. Just needs more thickness. Yeah.
Same with the hamstrings and stuff need a little more.
Yeah. It just needs more time, but he's there.
But yeah, I mean, just keep from the back is where he needs to improve. The rest looks pretty solid.
See the same thing. I don't see any squatting. Every time the guys need to pick up their quads a little bit, there's not one squat.
He's squatting here.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot too.
Let's see his squat. We can assess from here. See if
it's pretty good. I watched it.
Oh yeah, that's a good squat.
It is.
It looks a little shaky, like he doesn't have complete control of his legs.
Yeah,
but
he's getting under the weight though.
Yeah, he's got the power and his form is
good.
He
goes narrow like you do, Fouad.
I mean, he said one of my main goals this offseason is all around leg size, quads, hammies, glutes. Okay, well he knows, so he knows what's up. All right, we'll rate him. He's an amateur, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So an amateur out of 10.
I'm going to say 7.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 7.5 for sure.
Yeah.
I went the lowest. Okay, I say 8. No, I'm just joking.
You can't change now.
Okay.
He's good.
Dick. People are for sure going to get mad at this. I swear we're just trying to be helpful. All right.
I don't think so.
5'9", last stage weight was 145, currently 189 pounds. Classic physique and men's physique.
Okay.
Let's do this one. Height, 6 feet tall, current weight 240. Last time lean was 220. Class heavyweight bodybuilding. All right, let's see.
Yeah, let's do some tall guys.
Let's see Kyle in heavyweight bodybuilding. Why is it not going to his account? There we go. Okay. 240 right now, but is there any physique shots? Is this him? This is a flashback though. So immediately I see the back is pretty good. Right?
Triceps need to come up for sure. Hamstrings need to come up.
It's tough when you're tall, eh? You just have everything's
got to be so that's why he doesn't show any front shots. When you're a tall guy, you don't want to really show the front.
There's a video. Hamstring thickness needs to be, not thickness like from side to side. I mean, needs to be better.
Yeah,
he's got too much gap in here. So
it's a adductor.
This adductor needs to, but the back is good.
He's definitely got some. He's got some wings for sure.
Yeah.
But you can see the triceps there really lacking.
Yeah.
So triceps, rear delts, hamstrings.
It's just hard to give a rating when they don't even show a front shot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
8 weeks to go. This is how long ago? 30 weeks ago.
There's a front shot. Go over one more.
1 second. Okay. There's a quarter turn. All right. Let's see. Where's the front shot here?
Right there. There you go. Yeah. See, I knew the legs were.
Yeah. Legs need to come up.
Yeah.
So legs as a whole, I mean, glutes, hamstrings, quads, adductors need to come up. He actually has not bad calves on that back shot.
There's a lot that needs to come up here. It's entire calves look good.
Triceps need to come up.
Arms, shoulders. Yeah.
His chest is good. His abs are actually really good. His waist.
His abs aren't bad. His back's pretty solid. His calves are good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, out of 10 as an amateur, I'll give him like a 5.5.
I'll give him a 4.5.
I'll go 5.
Whoa.
Okay.
But how old are these guys too? That will also help going forward. How many more years they have, you know?
No, we're just going to be like, this is where you're at. You can make it or you can't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how old you are.
Let's find another pro. Try and find a pro in here.
Yeah.
I don't want to look too long because it's just dead air, right? So I want to try.
That's Big D that we already went over. Big D.
I know. We're going to go. There's a middleweight bodybuilding.
Okay. 5'6", 170.
5'6", 170 middleweight. Okay.
Future 212.
We got something here.
Legs are good.
Legs are not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, legs stand out immediately.
Yeah. Arms aren't terrible. Chest needs to come up. Lat thickness for sure. He's got a lot of bicep for that tricep. He needs more triceps.
I'm amazed at this kid's legs. His hamstrings.
He's got really good legs. Hamstring drop is good.
Yeah.
He looks like me when I started. I had legs and no chest.
Yeah.
So you know what though? Oh wait, here we go.
Is this him? 2 weeks out from team nationals. He's got nice shape.
Yeah.
It's amazing how somebody looks when they're shredded compared to when they have some fat on their body, right? I still think chest is a little bit undersized.
Chest for sure.
Chest and shoulders could definitely be better.
Yeah.
Just to match up with those legs, because his legs are good. So it's like, it's too far away, obviously. Here's a front double. I think arms and legs are actually pretty good, man. I think it's chest.
It's the chest and lat thickness.
Yeah.
Like the width isn't even that bad. It's just that you can tell they're very thin.
There's a back shot here.
Yeah.
That's kind of chubby, though. Not chubby, but off season, so you can't really tell how good it is. But his arms look pretty good.
Yeah, his arms are not bad.
I'm looking for
Well, he's doing it the right way because it's harder to build from the ground up.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a back shot, like when he's in shape. And I can't seem to find one. Is this a video or is this just a picture? This is just a picture. Okay. Well, there's one.
With these, we're getting pretty old here. 163 weeks ago, man.
Yeah, I know, but I guess, right?
That's 3 years ago.
Did I miss it?
But you don't have to, that you answer it for yourself when there's not a picture. When you don't post a picture of something, that means That means it's probably not that
definitely
great.
needs more width on the back for sure. I think a lot of that's posing. It looks like his posing's a little awkward, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think his back is okay. You can see some meat in there, but the width of it needs to come up for sure.
Yeah, he needs to fix the posing and get a little more lat width on there.
Okay, so we're saying limbs are pretty good. So that's what we're saying. Limbs are pretty good. Torso and shoulders need to come up.
No, yeah, he's one of the best today. I'll give him 6.5.
Yeah, I'm on that 6.5. I'll give him that same score.
I'm going to give him a 7 for the legs.
Yeah.
He would actually look better. You're right, Ian. If he could just change some of his posing, because his straight up and down front double.
He's very linear posing. You know, it's making him look tall and skinny, but I can tell he's not. I
say it all the time, man. Sometimes it just takes someone showing you certain things.
There's a shredded back shot. I'm telling you, look at the legs. Look at those fucking hamstrings.
Legs are really good.
Yeah. And the back is everything's there. It just needs to be thicker.
I'll move mine to a 6.8.
Okay.
No, he's right. His lower body's the best and the best so far.
Yeah.
Front and back.
All right, let's see what we got here. Is this helping anybody, you think? Okay, I'm gonna do a friend. So we got Brandon here.
Oh, let's do Medak.
Almost got his pro card. I coached him a while back.
This guy's good, man.
He took second the year I coached him. Almost got his pro card. Look at this back.
This guy's back is just ridiculous.
Look at this shit.
What the fuck?
Listen, Brandon. I think Brandon could be a very good 212 pro.
I agree.
I think Dorian's coaching him now. I coached him. I think he did. It wasn't the North Americas. I can't remember what pro qualifier was. He took second. I think Dorian's coaching him now. He's going to get his pro card eventually. It's just a matter of time. But
man, that's stupid back. Wow.
Yeah. He's like that everywhere, man. He just like look at his
what his quads look like.
Look at his legs.
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy?
Full shots there. Full shots.
How is he not a pro? Did he just not do a show this year?
Because he took second. Oh, this year, no. He was about to do a show just this past month or something, and they canceled it.
See, 7 weeks ago, it was almost time to carb up. Yeah.
Look at this. When he was taking some downtime. Look at this, and then look at this.
He's good, man. Really good.
He's going to be a good 212. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Okay.
Go up.
Where?
Up. Right side.
Here?
Nope. Down 2.
Here.
There.
It's just too far away. That's why I didn't click on it. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing, go back to those ones that we were looking at then. Yeah, those with the front double.
One second. Yeah. I'm trying to find a couple more front shots.
Back is
I want to see the quads from the front.
His quads are good.
That's there. Everything is good. This is Brandon's knock. I'll tell you what the knock on Brandon is. His chest is a little short.
Yeah, and his lats are a little short from the front and a little high.
And his waist is not big, but it's not small.
Yeah.
So those are the only knocks on him, but those are like being really nitpicky. I think he could easily turn pro.
Go down. There's the most muscular.
Look at this. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's fucking nice.
Damn.
Okay. So if we're saying I'm gonna rate him.
There you go. There's 197 on stage there.
Yeah, but this is a way back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago or more.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah, 2017. There you go. I didn't see the date. Okay. So, if we're going to rate him, I'm going to rate him as a pro because I think he should be or will be very soon.
Yeah, we'll rate him as a 212 pro.
So Brandon, if you're watching, you're going to get the shitty end of the stick because I know you're not a pro, but you're going to be rated. You're going to be rated as one. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. If the best 212 is Sean Clarita, I don't know, man. He's right there. I think, like when I look at that, I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's a top tier back for sure.
I honestly want to say like 8.8.
If we're rating him as a pro, I'm going to give him a 7.5. If we're rating as like an amateur, I'm going to give him a 9.5.
I'm rating.
Yeah, I was gonna give him like a 7.8, but because he's Canadian, I'll give him 7.6.
So am I way off? I said 8.8. Am I being too nice because I'm biased? Because he's a friend of mine?
Yes, of course you are.
But he looks crazy good. I mean, it's not like an outrageous score. I think for a pro, an 8.8, like you're putting him as like a top 10 Olympian then.
Well, I was considering top 10 Olympian 9 and above.
Okay. I mean, then you're saying he's right on the cusp of the top.
I think this physique, honestly, at its absolute best is a top 5 at small shows. So I feel like that's in the 8 range, between 8 and 9.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm not trying to talk you guys into it. I'm just saying how
I'm sticking with my 7.5. But
yeah, no, but as an amateur, he really is like a 9.8.
Yeah, there's not a ton of amateurs out there that are going to be better than that for that weight.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Brandon.
Especially those back shots. Like, you're not going to find a back lat better than that in an amateur show. You know,
you're our best score today so far. You guys went heavy on 7.5. That's real. I never thought you guys would give anybody a 7.5.
Yeah, we're rating
It's because we both want that back. That's why we're jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go. Boom, right here. Who's this? Blared 34, 5'7", 235. Oh, it's a big boy. Bodybuilding heavyweight. And he's got a hack squat here for you, Sergio.
No, it's the squat I want.
Oh, you want the squat? Okay.
Everyone hack squats.
He's got a thick dumper, that's for sure.
Big quads, good waist. Arms need to come up for sure. Chest looks good.
Good chest. Yeah,
he looks really good.
Arms and delts are the most glaring thing in this shot.
Yeah. I see a good chest, like a chest with a lot of surface area, which means it could be really crazy if he builds it up more.
Yeah.
But yeah, the arms are probably the most lagging point in this shot.
See, just because of how it's shaped in here, I think his back's going to be a little. Oh no, his back's good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Let's see his front shot.
Solid.
Yeah, he's got good shape. Good shape.
His quads do need to come up for sure.
His arms are a weak point.
Oh, he's because coached by Ben Chow.
Hey, Ben, there you go.
Yeah.
Ben will help you.
Yeah, I don't know if he hurt his left leg, but it's definitely under his right.
Let's see here. Side tricep.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got a good waist for sure.
Yeah, he's got nice shape.
Good waist, good chest. Shoulder. It seems like he needs more shoulder area. Like it just.
Yeah, it's just narrow in the shoulder. I think it's just because he even is kind of lacking front delt, which most people aren't really. So it's just overall delt size.
It's almost like because when
you start pinning all your gear in your delts, man. That's our tip.
Don't do that. I didn't say that.
Front, spread it out like one day here, one in the back. That's a really good shot there. That front double.
Yeah.
He's got a good stomach. That's for sure.
Yeah, really nice abs. Quads need to come up, but I mean, he's well on his way here. This is a really good physique.
You know what's good? This is the thing though about this physique that I'm seeing that could be a problem. It looks like it might end up being one of those physiques that's freaky but really thick everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he looks like he could have really thick lats and really thick legs, but I think the stomach is going to come with it.
You think so?
It looks like his stomach is great right now, but I'm telling you,
looks like a wide guy. I know.
Yeah. He just looks like a wider person. So
go down to that side chest. I want to see that side chest below it.
That shot, he looks like Patrick.
More. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, really good. Really good abs.
Yeah, see, the arms and delts are definitely the biggest thing here.
Yeah. Here's the back shot. Yeah, back it's got the space. It just needs to fill in.
Conditioning obviously needs to be better there, but we're not writing the conditioning.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. But from the front, he's got good frame. Like he's got a good,
really good frame.
Yeah.
All right. As an amateur, I'm going to give this guy
1 second before you go ahead with that. What is the most glaring weakness on Blared?
His arms and delts by far.
Okay. Let's try and give a little bit of advice for people listening. What is the best if we pick his arms as what would you have to work on more, arms or shoulders?
Well, it's weird because when you go to some of the front double shot, like that one really cool front double shot he had there. Where is it? Keep going down.
Yeah, but that's because of his triceps, not his biceps are good. His triceps are
okay.
The long head of his tricep is lacking.
Yeah,
his arms look ridiculous there.
No, you don't there. But then in the side shots, it looks like he has like 16-inch arms. You know?
Yeah, but it might just be the diuretics, right? Or not getting a
no, guys, it's not. It's the tricep. The tricep is taking away from all his side thick. There's no thickness here. Look.
It's gone.
So it's
the biceps need work too, but the triceps are still the major weakness. Yeah.
It's like triceps and shoulders are the major thing. Because even here, look in this, like the triceps just gone, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I would say triceps. So let's give him one piece of advice for triceps and one piece of advice for shoulders.
Okay.
Sergio, go ahead. What's the best thing you tell him for shoulders?
He's definitely probably doing skull crushers the wrong way. I would definitely do them behind his head, not to his forehead. And he's probably doing it how most guys do with their elbows open. So he's not getting it in the back of his arm.
Yeah, make sure those triceps are turned in.
Okay, so that's for triceps. Ian, what would you do for shoulders?
I mean, this guy needs like a full shoulder protocol, like, because he's not really lacking one head. So, I mean, like, make sure you're obviously doing your heavy presses, lots of rear delts. I mean, this is the thing that really brought my shoulders like the most up, is just like an overwhelming amount of rear delts. I mean, getting that roundness, I think, through the rear delt will make a big difference. So,
do you still do them at the end of your workout, or did you move them earlier?
I would move them earlier. Yeah,
I do them at the beginning.
Yeah, move them earlier for sure. Yeah. That's a good shot.
It's funny. I think this guy is over dieting massively.
Yeah, because he looks really good here. Like 15 weeks out. I mean, he's big. Like,
look at this.
I mean, look, go up one, and to the left. There's a front double there.
Oh, not that one. Where?
Right below that.
Oh, this one.
Like, he's a big boy,
Yeah, but wait a minute. Even at his size, you can see the arms are. Yeah. Okay, so we're on it. We're on the right thing. Okay, so out of 10, what do we think?
We're rating as an amateur, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 7.2.
I'm going to say 6.
I still think his quads need to come up. So I'll say 6.8.
Yeah.
Did I freeze or did you guys freeze?
No, you. I can hear you, but your picture froze. Ian, you there? Ian, are you there?
Yeah, he's lost him.
He'll come back. He'll come back in a minute. Let's keep going. He'll come back.
He's on the Ben Chow. Connection.
The internet.
Yeah.
This guy's a pro. All right, let's do a pro. Wait, I didn't see what his height and weight was. I don't know if he put it in there. Shit, and I got to find it again. I'm not going to find it. Okay.
No.
Middleweight, NPC European Middleweight 2020. So he just turned pro. I wonder if Ian needs me to send him another link. Let me just check before we go on.
Mm-hmm.
You think people are going to get offended or are going to be happy about this?
I think people are going to like it a lot. I just don't think, like, me and you wouldn't watch this.
Why?
Because I would never care to watch you critique people that are just starting out.
No. Not you now, but you when you were starting. Would you watch this?
Oh, no, I would eat this shit up. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's not for us.
I would have been dying for you to critique my physique. Yeah, right. Yeah. I think this is appealing to a different type of crowd.
Yeah.
That maybe doesn't get a lot of attention.
Okay, let me just see here. I got to try and stop that for a minute just so I can try and send Ian another link. Having technical difficulties as usual. How long have we been on? We've been on for an hour?
Is it really already been?
I know. It's like we only did like 6 or 7 physiques.
That happens every time, though.
I can't believe it's been an hour already. Okay. Let's go ahead, and then Ian will jump back on if he can. And if he can't, we'll just do a few more. Okay, so on Drew Christu, IFBB Pro, turned pro at middleweight 2020 at the NPC European. I think he's got a good physique. Let's see from the back. Good legs.
Yeah, no, front and back is good. The back's just a little shallow.
Yeah. Arms are pretty good.
He's got a massive chest.
Chest looks pretty thick. Legs are great, man, from the side especially too. Let's see from the front. Those are good legs, man. Those are good quads. Yeah. So he's a middleweight, so he's going to be competing in the 212, obviously.
Right. Yeah, because, man, middleweight's, that's what I started in, 176.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's nuts. 6 foot, 176. I had no business being in there.
Which one is he here? He's this guy? Yeah, he's this guy right here.
Yeah.
That's kind of, can't really see that. Okay.
Let's see that most. Oh, that's good. Man, this guy's, I mean, if you just work on his buys a little bit.
He needs to be thicker, though, to compete with the guys in 212, I think.
Yeah, of course. Big time. Especially in the back.
Arms and legs are good. It's like almost like the torso needs more work.
And most muscular is gnarly. Oh, look at a little victory pose.
Is that no? It's not this one. No,
the one before it.
This one. It is too.
He's trying.
He's trying.
No. I didn't mean it like that. See, most people, what they do is when they want to do the hands over the head, they alter it to make their body look good. And then that's what I always try and tell people. That's not the victory pose. Akeem does the same thing. He'll put his arms up, but then he puts one leg in front of him. The whole point of the victory pose is that you need to be straight up and down because it just shows all your weaknesses.
Okay, let's see. I think Ian's back. I think. Oh, there he is. All right. We're back together.
I don't know what the fuck happened there, but
I don't know what happened to you either. Okay, so we got a new guy. He's a middleweight. He just turned pro.
Oh, this guy looks good.
And we're going to just show you these ones.
Wait, what did we give the last guy? What'd you guys give him?
What guy? I thought we all did it together. The guy with the lacking triceps, I gave him a 6 or a 5.
Okay. And what'd you give him, Sergio?
So you guys gave him 6.5.
Right? Yeah.
I thought I gave him a 7.2.
No, you gave him 6.8.
He did. Yeah, I gave him a lower score because I wanted his legs bigger.
I thought you said 6.8.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all around 6 anyway. Okay, so this guy's Andrew Christu, just turned pro in the middleweights at the NPC European. So what we noticed right away is great legs, great arms, back and chest need to come up.
Back needs to come up. Chest is not as bad as the back, but it definitely needs to come up.
Well, it depends. I'll show you because sometimes you see it.
Oh, yeah, okay. That looks like more of like a flatness issue than the chest itself, but either way.
Yeah. So he's pretty good though, but I think he's going to need more like overall thickness to compete as a 212.
Yeah, he would. What's his weight? What's he competing at? What did it say?
He said middleweight. This is a middleweight when he turned pro.
So he's 185-ish?
Yeah, I guess.
No, 176.
176. So he has like 30 pounds he can grow in this class still.
Right.
Take your time, homie. Grow in that class. Yeah.
You know, his waist is go up a little bit with that hands on the waist pose because his waist is small, but his abs aren't that great.
Where do you want me to go?
Lower.
Yeah.
Here?
That one right there with his hands on his waist. Yeah.
Middle. Yeah. Yeah, he's got the big abs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arms.
But his shoulders are good.
Arms and legs.
Man.
So he's just a limb guy because I know I always put people in categories like limb or torso, and he's got good limbs. It's just his chest and back need to be thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are we saying as a pro?
Because he did just win his pro card?
Yeah, he just got his pro card. So as a pro, where are we going to put him?
Well, that's tough. Yeah, because as a pro, he's definitely going to be like at 5.5.
Yeah, I give him a 5.8, 5.7 as a pro.
I'm going to give him a 6.2 based on potential because I like his structure.
Yeah.
Can you name someone that he would beat?
I don't know the 212 guys that well. I'm just saying, like, the reason I say 6'2" is he reminds me, remember Oleg Zur?
Yeah, right.
He reminds me of that same shape. And I think if he put more thickness on his chest and back, he could be really impressive. So I'm just giving him a little bump over you guys for potential.
Sure.
No, he's definitely got potential. He's got so much more to grow.
Okay. Let's go. We'll do a few more. I can't believe it's been a fucking hour already. Let's do some at the top just because those people made other people like their shit just so they would get picked. Buffalino, this guy. Let's see. Wait a minute. I want to know what the stats are first. Sorry, guys. Where did he go? There he is. Yeah. What is this? 5.47? What? 196 pounds. Let's say 5'5" this is, I guess. I don't know what this is saying. Next year, he's moving up. Last competition pictures are from, October 2020. Weight in that class was 198 pounds. He's
a light heavy. He wants to move up to a heavyweight.
I know, but I'm assuming this is 5'5". This is what he's trying to say.
I don't know, unless he just derped there, but like we'll be able to tell by his pictures. He doesn't look that short.
Okay, so let's see if we got this back shot.
Yeah, 5'5" heavyweight. That's a big boy.
Yeah, there's no way he's a 5'5", 220 guy. So.
Yeah.
He's not 220. He just said he's 198.
Yeah, but I mean, even 5'5", 198, man, that's fucking humongous.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. That's like Guy Cisternino.
Is Guy that short?
Guy's 5'5", yeah.
I mean, this guy's got a solid back for sure.
Okay, here's some stage shots.
Oh, here we go.
Conditioning's off for sure. Yep. Stomach looks a little thick in this picture. Maybe it's just a picture. I don't know.
There's a front double.
Quads are good.
I mean, he's never going to win a pro. You said quads are good. He's never going to win a pro.
Wait a second. The outer quad is good. Adductors are.
There's a lot of muscle to the quad, but he definitely needs a lot more detail and separation to them.
Yeah, I'm thinking overall mass is good.
Yeah, chest needs to come up a bit. He's just a little on the flat side. Lat width a bit. Triceps.
Overall, you don't think the overall leg mass is good?
Yeah, I think if anything, he has like an atrophy going on in his right leg.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, his leg, it looks like Juan's leg. Juan's legs are actually good. They're just like this, like atrophied where they're kind of like narrow.
Look at, man, you can see it from the back as well. So, okay, you guys have to remember, don't critique these guys like they're pros. You're critiquing them for what their division is or how good they're.
No, I'm just critiquing him off of judging his upper body to his lower body.
So to me, the upper body needs a lot of work. The lower body seems like all of the abductor work is like missing. Or it's just like adductor. Sorry, because the inner leg from the front and the back is just hollow.
He could fix that a lot in posing his legs properly and just like popping his adductors forward on his front shots. But I mean, yeah, the adductors definitely you can see they're very thin there compared to the rest of the quad.
Upper body, I would say back and chest. I mean, upper body's really everywhere needs to come up compared
to his arms too need to come up.
Yeah. I wonder sometimes if it's diet though.
Shoulders are not bad though, because go to that most muscular there.
Which one? Here?
Right there. Yeah. His shoulders are good.
Shoulders are good. Oh, yeah. Shoulders are good there. Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely could use a waist trimmer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough because it's like he needs more back to kind of counteract the stomach thickness.
He definitely needs a lot of posing work too. I mean, like even go up a shot to that side tricep. Like, he needs to work on that posing. Like that's obviously the most unflattering way to hit a side tricep of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, his legs look good on that side shot.
Yeah, like shredded.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we doing out of 10 for Buff?
For an amateur?
Yeah, for an amateur, of course.
Well, this is a tough one.
It's weird because he does have potential.
Yeah. And like the glutes striated, the back shot looks good.
He definitely works hard. I always give extra credit for someone who can go to that, like I said, near death feeling. And those glutes are definitely near death.
I'm gonna go like a 5 right on the dot. He works hard. He's got some body parts, but overall, the upper body is lagging. Like
I'll give him a 6. I'll be a little higher than you.
Huh? Yeah, I'll go 5.8.
You guys are fucking cunts.
you're the dick now.
You
buddy.
Shouldn't go first anymore.
I'm never ever going to go first again.
We baited you into that one.
That's okay. I don't care. Listen. I feel like if half your body is not up to par, then that's a problem. You got a lot of work to do to catch everything up, right? Like it's different missing 1 or 2 body parts, but if your whole upper body. Okay, we got Big Ben here, 6'1". Last stage weight was 230. 6'1", 230.
It's like Bumstead size.
Let's see here. He's got a good physique.
Yeah, he does have a good physique. Chest for sure.
I mean, the difference here is he's not classic. He's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So he definitely needs a lot more size. Like his frame looks like he could be 250.
But when he stands relaxed there, you can see he's got nice shape and there's like some good things going on.
Well, this is what I'll say.
Which means he probably just needs help posing because he almost looks better just standing.
Yeah.
Can I say for my initial thought is this guy's frame is really nice. It just needs a lot more muscle.
Yeah. So for being 6'1", you're going to need to be 260, 270, you know.
But he honestly has one of the nicest structures and frames that we've looked at today.
I mean, the conditioning's nice through the glutes there. I mean, the chest is a big glaring weakness for sure.
But wait a minute, Ian. This is the thing. If you look at the chest, look at the rest of his physique.
It's still lagging compared to the rest.
You think so?
Yeah.
But he might just be, look at that front double. He's also pulling his elbows real far back.
Wait till he turns to the side, though. I'm like a hypercritic with chest stuff because that's like my thing, you know?
Yeah, me too.
I know it is. Like, I feel like everything is
good conditioning through the glutes and hamstrings. He's dry as a bone.
I feel like everything is proportionately the same size. I don't really.
That's good.
I don't think he's lagging anywhere. I think he's just needs more size everywhere.
Yeah, no. Obviously, he's not at the point where he needs to be spot specific here. Everything needs to grow for sure. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben,
the best advice to give him is to not do a show for 2 years.
Yeah.
Ben, you're doing, I think,
that's a good shot.
I think, Ben, you're doing a good job with your physique. Everything looks very proportionate to me.
He showed he can work and get in shape. So I mean, just grow, man. Like
I'm actually very impressed. I'm actually very impressed with this physique.
Put on 20 pounds of muscle and you'll do really good in amateur shows.
I mean, this is good improvements, man.
Yeah, that's from 2018. Oh my God, he's only 20 years old right now.
Yeah, man, this is good.
He's young. He's really young.
I'm gonna sign this kid. I'm gonna sign this kid before Sergio does.
Go up. No, go up though.
One second. I want to see what.
It's a bad video, man.
I know. Just give me a second.
Look at his conditioning and his glutes, though, compared to the other guys. Like,
his posing needs work.
Big time.
Yeah, his posing needs work.
Okay, go up though. There's another posing video.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, Ben, work on your posing, dude. That's probably the most.
Go up.
Here.
Right side. Yeah. His quads are not bad.
Pulls his elbows. Pulls them way back.
He's pulling them way back, and he's leaning back too, which is flattening out his chest even more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 6.8. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm right on there. I'll give him 7. Yeah,
I'm impressed with this.
No, yeah, the potential is really good.
I think
for 20 years old, man, this is a very, very impressive physique.
Actually, the fact that he's 20 puts it up to like somewhere in the 7s.
Yeah, if you're rating this for guys 20 and under, this is like 8.5.
Yeah. I think
he's got Ian and Dennis Wolf skin, so it's not.
Yeah, he's got that white boy skin like that dry white skin. Yeah,
he's like transparent.
Yeah.
Which means he probably looks better, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, stop shooting your glutes too, dude. This is no good.
Yeah.
You can't. This lumpiness isn't helpful.
Shooting your delts and arms.
Yeah. This is yeah, man. You know what? That's really good. I think.
Yeah. It's a good start, man. For 20 years old, this is really impressive. Yeah.
If you saw this physique with 20 more pounds of muscle on it, it would be very.
If I
very
saw
impressive.
this kid at the gym training and he told me he was like 19, 20, I would be like, dude, you look fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 150 pounds when I was 20.
Okay, this is good. Good rating for him, man.
Yeah. No, he looks great.
This is our best potential of the day, I think.
I agree.
Okay, where are we at? How many more you guys want to do?
What are we at? An hour and 20? Let's do like 2 more.
Wait, who's this? 6 foot, 250. I want to see this. 6 foot, 250. Is there any physique shots here? Back looks thick.
Well, that black and white picture of him looks amazing.
Fuck it. Do you look? I give this guy a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 10.
Calves need to come up a little bit.
There's no good physique shots. I mean, they're all really far away. I mean, you can't really judge. I mean, his chest looks thick, but you can't really judge anything.
There's a back shot there, but yeah, it's hard to tell.
His chest and back are thick. I can tell that already. Yeah. We need more. We need more for
keep going.
Proper critique.
Oh, look at that! Hey, who's that guy? Scroll up.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Oh no! Now I know who this is.
That was at in Columbus
at Bullfrog. Exactly. Holy shit.
His back's good, man.
Look at back's thick. Yeah, lower lats are really thick.
Man, his lats are just sitting on his ass.
He looks good. He looks really good here too.
Yeah.
He might win the Arnold.
Yeah.
Look at the thickness in the back. That's impressive.
We haven't seen his legs though. I want to see his.
There we go. Not bad. His legs are good.
Yeah.
His calves are good too.
Calves are good.
So far, the only thing I could see so far from what he's posting is arms probably need to come up. This is old, obviously.
2017 Junior Nationals.
Yeah, this is old. We're getting.
Yeah, he messaged me though. No, he's actually really serious.
Okay, this is what I think from what we've seen, and there's not much to see, but from what I'm looking at, it looks like arms and shoulders are the biggest.
Arms and shoulders, yeah, because this is a torso guy by the Fouad thing.
Well, he's got good legs too.
Yeah, but his chest and back are solid. Arms need to come up. Shoulders need to come up.
Go to the one that's to the right.
One sec. I want to see his conditioning.
Yeah, he's got a big back.
I think his conditioning is good here. I want to see this.
That's a lot of muscle.
And he's tall.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But you can see even there, like for the thickness of the back, the arms are definitely not matching it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Like,
they are. Yeah.
there, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say that Seth is good. He needs more arms and needs more shoulders.
But for a tall guy, his physique in his videos doesn't make him look very tall, which is impressive.
Yeah.
He
No, you
doesn't
got to give the
look
tall
like-
guys extra credit because it's so hard to fill out those
Yeah,
legs.
like he doesn't look like he's super tall in his videos.
But you can see in this shot here, his legs look thick. But
Yeah, his legs are thick.
But you see his arms just definitely need to come up
Yeah.
to match. So I'm gonna. What are we gonna?
Chris Bumstead giving all these kids with no arms hope, you know?
What are we gonna say out of 10 here?
For an amateur kid coming up, because he's young and because I think there's some good potential here, I'll give him a 6'8".
I'm in that same place, I think.
I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 too because he's tall. Because even in that
Yeah.
picture of us, you could see he made me look short.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 7 because the only thing.
How tall are you? 5'11", 6 foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I think he's missing is arms and shoulders. And you know what?
Yeah.
You can still win shows
For sure.
with small arms. I mean, maybe the shoulders would be more important to bring up.
Yeah.
But
the
like-
back's
And
great.
hey, Seth, hit me up for some posing. I'll help you out too.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Good job, buddy. Let's see. Let's do 2 more. We'll do 2 more and then we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
Okay, let's scroll down.
They've almost
down.
been getting better randomly.
Okay, open bodybuilding. Aaron Burke.
5'11", 265. That's a big boy.
Let's see what we got here then.
Oh,
built,
yeah, this,
by,
is big.
built by Ab. Aaron Burke. Holy shit.
This guy's big.
This is thick as fuck.
He looks like a big military boy, eh?
Yeah. I see good arms. I see good shoulders. I see chest that needs to be a little bit thicker.
A little thicker because the arms and delts are so big. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I think the chest, it's like not bad. I don't know what it is. Let me see.
It's just a little, I think it's,
No, the chest needs to be thicker.
yeah, chest needs to be thicker.
Yeah. And I think the shoulders need to come off, cap off a
Upper
little
chest,
more.
upper chest needs more. Yeah.
You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing enough separation here. There's not enough cap to the delt.
Yeah.
And I'm being extremely picky because of how big this guy is.
Yeah. He's
So-
a big
Is
boy.
there a stage shot?
I'm going to see if I can find something else here. There's some other shots over here. Let's see.
I mean,
I
he's
can't-
big.
It's hard to see from here, but
Back looks like it needs some work for sure.
yeah, let's see if we can find more. I don't really see much for stage pictures or anything like that.
Yeah, because it's not showing his legs either.
We're getting kind of old in the shots here. Legs need to come up for sure. You can see this.
Yeah, 260. Your legs got to be way bigger.
Yeah.
It's like he's got that kind of legs that are like, they're thick, but they're straight up and down. There's not enough
Yeah.
roundness to them.
Yeah. You
Right.
need some
Yeah.
more quads there for sure. More legs as a whole.
Let's see. Yeah, I think he's a big guy, but it's like things need to be more separated, and he needs to work
Is it
on
just
more.
me, or for some reason, do you think this guy's from Australia?
I think it's just you, man.
Do you think so?
I thought
No,
he's
I know what you're saying, Ian. Yeah,
I thought
because
he's from the
they
States.
He seems
Yeah, he
Australian.
looks-
Click the gym there that he tagged. Where's that gym at?
If you're right, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Thailand. You're
Oh, he's
close.
from Thailand.
You're
so
close.
I'm the right side of the world here.
You're retarded. Okay.
I mean, that's a lot closer than the U.S.
I don't know, guys. There's not much to go on here.
Yeah,
Nah.
it's too much.
Let's not give a rating because it's not really enough to.
But you got some good muscle, man. Bring the legs up. You're doing good.
I wish I could find this photo,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm not gonna-
Jim shoots show number 2. There, go back.
His stories.
Yeah, the show. Yeah, and the stories there, far right. Show number 2.
Oops. Sorry. 1 second. Jim shoot show number 2. What the fuck, man? Okay. Let's see if there's anything closer. No, it's too far away. Well, let me see. Back needs to come up.
Yeah, back needs to come up for sure.
Lat spread's not bad. Back double though, you can see the lats kind of disappear a bit.
Yeah, his
Side of the leg is good. Front of the leg is straight up and down.
yeah.
You can see here side of the leg. It's like got a nice sweep to it off the hip.
And you're right. Chest is weird because like on the side shots, like the side tricep or side chest, or side chest, sorry, there looks like there's some good thickness, but then on certain like his quarter turn stuff, it really disappears a lot.
I feel like it's not a thickness thing because if you look at this most muscular, it
It's a
almost
very
looks like-
narrow chest.
yeah,
eh?
yeah, it's just small. Yeah, it's like
Narrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
the surface area of it is small.
Yeah, it's a very small chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we can rate by this, I think. So what are we going to say then?
I'll give him like a 5.7.
Yeah, I'll go 5.8.
I'm in the same boat. I'll say 5.5. Okay.
What a dick.
yeah. The big difference between 5.8 and 5.7.
Hey, is there any way that we could get Sommer to do it instead? Because you're too nice.
I picked. Okay, let's do this guy. Here we go. This guy's name is Brandon Beckrich. Okay, let's see. Can you work on the quads a little bit?
Yeah,
They're a little shallow in their leg.
At 284 there.
Look at that. Who the fuck are these three guys? They're massive.
There you go.
Oh
That's
my
you.
God.
The guy on the left.
Definitely. Let's critique the dude all the way on the left. His back.
Okay, no, seriously though. Look at Brandon. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
No, Brandon's retarded.
the biggest thing for Brandon has just been getting his conditioning right.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's really it.
You know,
we've gone against each other a couple times because he's from Chicago too, and there was a bunch of times he should have beat me, but it literally was I just had a keto, and I think he was doing his own diet.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know about. I've talked to him a couple times about it. He said, you know, everybody he's worked with, he's gone down to like the lowest calories he could possibly imagine, and his body just keeps fighting him, and he can't get that. He can't get that last like 5%. But I mean, structure wise, this is a pro physique. Like,
oh my God, yeah. For
if
sure.
we're not talking, let's ignore conditioning for a minute.
And click that front double there.
1 second. If we ignore conditioning and you look at this.
Yeah, I mean, legs are huge. Arms are ridiculous in person too.
And he's going to be upset no matter what we say. But
yeah,
because I know Brandon, he gets real ticked off. He gets real fucking sensitive about shit. But if we gave him a score out of 10, where would he be?
As an amateur?
Because as an amateur, he's a 10. And because I think this is a pro level physique. So
I agree.
So as a pro, if you know, where does Brandon rate?
Who's the guy who just won North Americans again?
The guy with the huge quads?
No. What's his name? I'm just drawing a blank. He was just on the show.
I'm not on my show.
Yeah, because remember I commented how he said he was going to be. Oh, he was going to win Chicago.
Nick Walker.
Yeah. Brandon would beat Nick if he was conditioned.
Nick's really strong from the back, but
possibly.
Okay, well here, look at this. This is comparing him to Antoine.
That's why
Antoine is not a top tier guy, you know. I would say, yeah, if he was in really good shape, I think he could potentially beat Antoine here. I mean, you can see he's got some better parts for sure. The structures are very similar, to be honest. You know, I'd put him in the same league as an Antoine. I think Antoine as a pro is kind of in like the high 6s, low 7 range, like a 7.2.
No, because he's got better abs than Antoine.
Wait a minute. This is so crazy. Wait a minute.
What?
You just said Antoine's 7.2?
Yeah.
He just did the fucking Olympia.
Yeah, but we're saying that Phil Heath is a 10.
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself because you said if you're at the Olympia, you're a top tier guy. So you're saying, yeah, you did. You said if somebody competes at the Olympia, that you consider them a top tier guy.
Yeah, but competing at the Olympia and competing for the Olympia are two different things.
I don't disagree. My definition of top tier is different. But I think if you're at the Olympia, you're probably at minimum an 8.5.
I disagree.
I don't think so. So you're saying
the difference between me and 7th place at the Olympia, which is a high placing, Antoine was like 14, 15, 16. And then to Phil Heath or like a top version Phil Heath at a 10 or a Ronnie Coleman, there's only a difference of 15% in there.
Listen, I think when you're at the Olympia, every percent is massive.
I mean, 15% is 50.
No, not anymore. No, I disagree because now you can go to fucking Romania or Korea and do these shows where no one showed up and you're qualified for the Olympia. That doesn't mean that you're a top tier guy.
Yeah, but you don't listen. I don't think anybody that did the Olympia this year shouldn't have been there.
I agree.
I do. I disagree. I think there was at least 3 people that were only there.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. 3 people. Let's say the top 12 then.
Oh yeah, no, of course, all 12 belong there.
Okay,
absolutely.
so if they belong there, then that's what I'm saying. So if Ronnie or Phil or Rami, let's say Rami won the Olympia. If he's a 10.
Hey, wait, sorry, let me just throw this in here. If we're gonna say Rami's a 10,
yeah,
where would you put Regan then?
7.5.
You'd put him as
no, sorry. 8. I put him around like 8.2. 8.1.
8.2?
That's high, man.
Who has
It'd be minimum 8.
See, because I would only put myself as an 8.5 if Ramy's a 10.
Yeah, but I think there's
and not to like sound like a dick, but I think I'm more than 0.3 ahead of Regan. We're talking about last place at the Olympia versus 7th.
I wouldn't put you at 8.5. I'd put you at like 8.7. And I think
because it matters who you stand next to.
This is what I'm saying to you guys. I think every percent is massive. So it's like you guys are trying to do it in numbers, and I'm like, no, the percent matters. Like that 1% is massive when you're talking about guys on the Olympia stage at that level.
Okay.
So the difference between 0.1 for like between one guy and another is like the difference between Bonac and Akeem is only 1 or 2%, but it's massive, to us when we're looking at it. Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but who did Regan beat in Romania? Because if you can't even remember
that's not that's how I'm quantifying his physique. When I look at his physique, I see no weak points. Well, very few weak points. And I see very good structure, very good potential, blah, 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 blah.
Of muscularity and conditioning. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, to me, that's an 8. I'm not saying who did he beat, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying when I look at his physique, I don't see.
It's funny how this is different because like when we have the top tier versus this, I'm lighter on that, but on this, I'm heavier than you because I think that someone I think unless your first call your first call at the Olympia, you definitely can't be over a 9.
1 second. Watch this. And I'm sorry, Regan, to use you as an example, but just because we're having this conversation. If you don't think that's an 8, then you guys standards are.
Get out of the hotel room photos here. And
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Please.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. No, absolutely. Because
if you don't think that's an 8, you guys are crazy.
But an 8 in terms of the best in the world.
Yes.
Being a 10.
Yes. That's my point. Yes.
You think that's only 2 points off being the best in the world?
Dude, tell me what's weak about this photo.
Nothing.
Okay. So here, I'll give you a better example because you only keep showing one picture.
No, I'll show all of them. I'll show all of them.
No, you're not. You're just showing the back poses. You're only showing back.
Let's go to the front. Fine. Let's go to the front.
Okay. So that leg is 8. No, it's not.
Wait a minute.
Hey, do you remember what was that guy who had the best back in the world?
You don't think these legs are an 8?
That's a hotel shot. I don't even want to have this conversation because this is the worst part about bodybuilding today.
Fine. I'm going to pick stage shots. Fine.
Okay. So that's from the side. That's not the front.
Let me find a front.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm just going to interject here. This is going to be selective on his Instagram with his photos. I competed on that stage on the Olympia. Do I think Regan is an excellent bodybuilder with a lot of potential? Absolutely. Do I think he's at the point where he realistically competitive at an Olympia? No. He was one of the few.
That's a different thing.
Doesn't necessarily shouldn't have been at the Olympia. He qualified on points and it was kind of like, he was definitely bottom of the barrel there by a significant margin.
Okay, wait a minute. We're way off track here. Okay.
I know, but I'm saying
I'm not comparing placings. I'm not comparing placings or anything.
This is where the differentiation comes, where I would give someone like a Regan in terms of all the pros, like the worst pro being a 0, the best pro, not my grandma being a 0. This is
exactly what you're saying. So that means, in my opinion, and it's my opinion, so you don't have to agree. In my opinion, Regan, if the worst pro is a 0 and the best pro is a 10, Regan is at the 80% percentile. That's my opinion. He's at 80%.
Where would you put yourself? I'm just curious.
In your prime.
In my prime, I would.
If you say less than an 8, then your whole graph is off.
Well, but I can't judge myself. I can't judge myself.
I know, right? I know. It's hard. But I'll do it for you. When you won was it Europa?
Yeah.
Orlando.
When you won that show is better than the 8 you're saying he is at this Olympia.
Okay, but I think, listen, and this people may agree or disagree with me. I think my best can beat this.
But your best,
that's what I said.
This.
Yeah, so
that's exactly what I said.
So then, are you saying you're a 9?
No, I'm saying I'd be like an 8.1 or 2.
What? So then you're saying your best all time? So wait. Listen to me. You just said that I was an 8.7 at the Olympia. So you're saying your best all time is that much below mine? No, it's not.
Just stop. Just hold on a minute. I can't judge nobody can judge themselves accurately. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm a 9. I'm not going to do that.
We're just going off of your grading scale. That's what that means.
What I can do is grade other people. And when I look at Regan's physique, if 0 is the worst bodybuilder and 10 is the best. Reagan to me is in the A category, which is 80% and above.
Okay. If you're adding in potential, I agree, because his rating goes up for potential.
I agree.
But we're talking about right now in that picture.
If we're doing like a grade, like a school, like A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
He is to me, he's 80. So we're not saying much different shit. If you're saying he's a B plus, that means he's 77 to 80.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm saying he's 80. So we're still in the same place.
Okay. So
you know what I mean? What was the guy? What was the name of the guy who had the best back ever? He was better than Ronnie Coleman's. Was it
I
Stan?
No, the guy from the Caribbean.
He was a black guy. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell's his name?
I forgot.
Oh my God.
It's like right here. I can.
I know. I don't know why I keep trying to say Rusty Jeffers. That's a different older guy.
No. I don't know how we got this far off of topic.
But anyway, I'll get to my point. If you pull up a picture of him doing a back lat spread or a back double, you can say 8 point something all day because of that pose. But that doesn't mean that he's an 8 point bodybuilder.
I agree with you 100%, but I think
so. So if you pull up Regan's back double, I think it's one of the best in bodybuilding.
Yeah, but that's a front relax.
That's a hotel shot. This is the worst part about bodybuilding right now. What do you mean? It's not even a coincidence that they don't match stage. They don't match.
Wait a minute. We're just judged a whole slew of people based on shots from their hotels.
Yeah, but now we're talking about rating people in the Olympia, you know?
Yeah, but
you're talking about amateurs. But
this is not Photoshop. This is, so what if it's from a hotel?
Okay.
No. If you believe that,
for my record, I put Brandon Beckrich in about the same level that I would put Regan. I would put Antoine slightly higher.
Come on. Okay, that might be possible if. Yeah, you're right. If Brandon could get in shape and get his pro card, he would maybe be in the same place.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's not total.
Those guys I put in the 7.5 to like 7.7 range.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the worst part about today's bodybuilding.
You know what, Regan? We're not, or Ian, we're not that far off. We're not saying anything that's that different.
It's like I need to leave some room here, and let me clarify here that this is not a detraction from Regan. For anyone listening, I'm not saying that Regan's a bad bodybuilder, or I think Regan's an excellent bodybuilder. I'm just leaving room that there could be this much more to the best bodybuilders of all time, like that.
Right.
Is a 10.
We're not talking about all time. We're talking about today.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, this is what it is, Fouad. You think 0.1 or 0.2 is a lot, and Team Me and Ian 0.1 or 0.2 is not a lot.
It's nothing.
Well,
so I would say if Rami's a 10, I wouldn't even.
But you guys know that more than one person can be an 8, right? Like there's a lot of people that can be 8s.
Of course.
A lot of people that can be 8.1s.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that guy took that one placing and nobody else can be there.
No,
there can be a lot of guys in the 8.1 category.
I would say second call out are 8s.
Yes. Like I would consider me and the Hunters and like these guys from this year Olympia.
No.
I would consider us in like the low to mid 8s.
No.
What do you think we are?
You're saying higher.
The top 6 are 9.5 to 10. The guys, Ian, you and the guys that are in that second tier are 9 to 9.5.
I disagree.
Why? Why would you disagree with that?
Because I think that the difference between me and Rami.
You're 7th in the fucking world. You don't think you're above a 9?
Yeah, but like it's not. You're thinking that the scale's like this when it could be like this. You know.
I don't know what that means.
It's not linear. Like it's exponential.
Okay, we're getting into another 20-minute.
No, we're not. It's not. It's not necessarily a linear graph. It can be an exponential graph where the difference between just because he's 6 places higher than me doesn't mean he's only a 0.5 better than me.
I know that.
Right.
I understand that. But I'm saying if you're 7th in the fucking world and you don't consider yourself a 9 out of 10, your rating system's off.
I would consider myself, like I said, right from being an 8.5. And I think I'm about 1 point better than Regan or Antoine or Brendan Beckeridge based off that I'm 7th and they were 14th, 15th, 16th. 1
point better. You mean
1 full point. So 7.5
point. Yeah.
And then I think from me to like a Brandon Curry or like a Bonac or these guys or like a Hottie, they're like a 9.5. And then I think a guy winning in the Olympia is like a 9.7, 10, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, it could make sense, except for when I look at this photo in a bubble and it by itself. You're comparing it to other people. You're comparing it to
that's not bodybuilding.
But I just stood on stage with these guys, you know?
That doesn't mean that you have a better vision of it than I do. We're looking at the same photo.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
it doesn't matter if you stood on stage with them. I'm looking at a photo and I'm going, okay, is this guy in the 80%?
Yeah, sorry, but me and Sergio are trying to gauge real life, you know?
Yeah, not photos.
Yeah.
Real life.
I know, obviously, throws up the whole dynamic.
This whole thing we're doing is off photo.
Okay, well, if we want to do it based off photos, I mean, yeah, like some of Regan's shots, he's going to be a 9.9. I don't disagree.
Oh, yeah, it'll be there's 10s in there, 100%. Okay, let me ask you this, Fouad. Isn't part of bodybuilding about the timing of your condition on stage? Isn't that almost the hardest part?
Oh, but wait a minute. We're not rating condition because we just said Brandon Beck.
No. Let me just get my point. So that's part of bodybuilding, right? Is nailing your condition to the day of. So as you tell me, this is where I'm getting to this point. Would you tell me Bayeki is better than Regan?
Okay, wait a minute. You're adding conditioning, and we just took the guy who can't get conditioned. No offense, Brandon, but that's the only knock on Brandon Beckrich is that he can't get conditioned like fully.
And one of the biggest on Regan as well. Yeah.
That's the only knock on him. So when we started this, we said, if we're taking out the conditioning factor, Brandon Beckrich is on the same level as Antoine, Regan.
Okay. So yeah, you are right. That's how this started.
So if we're looking at Regan, we're going to take out the conditioning factor. I'm looking at his structure, his muscularity.
Yeah.
And in that sense, I see him as an A-.
So then Bayeki is a 10.
No, well, Bayeki's definitely over 9 if you're looking at structure, and his shape is beautiful. I mean, Bayeki looks like Flex Wheeler.
But doing a contest on what they could look like and what they actually do and have brought to the stage, I think are two different things.
No, because now you're still adding conditioning.
I think if you're saying like, this person would look like this condition, I'm saying the ability.
No, Sergio, go ahead. Take conditioning out of the equation. Where does
but that's the hardest part of bodybuilding. If you take out conditioning,
but that's what we've been doing this whole episode.
No, we've only been doing that because we only have access to a certain amount of photos. We're doing it with the best that we have off of an Instagram. But if we're taking pros, we get to take one-sided pictures.
But that's a whole different argument. If you want to add conditioning, sure, then it changes everything. But
I mean, but this is hard because we did see some guys that, like in the amateurs, that when we went on their profiles and they had good stage shots and they had good conditioning, we gave them a higher rating based off that.
We did, right. And we said if they would have put more size on with this conditioning, they would look that number.
We did give some conditioning ratings. So it's kind of just, the scale is hard because you're just working with what's in front of you, like Sergio said.
Okay, listen, I just want to put a button on this. You guys think Regan is a B to B plus physique?
He's a B plus.
I think he's an A-. Let's just leave it. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we don't have to all agree.
No. For the record, I think this is the best part of the show so far, just so you know.
You just like to argue, that's why.
No, I love this. It's not argue, it's debate.
It's debate.
It's debate.
This is all started because of you, Brendan. Fuck you, Beckrich.
Get in shape, Brandon.
All right, we'll do one more just so we can end on a positive note. This guy's 72 kilograms, so what, 155 pounds, something like that?
Yeah.
He's
tall too, right?
1.82. I don't know what that is in meters.
What's that, like 5'10", 5'11"?
I don't fucking know. We want to go do something.
You guys use the metric system in Canada?
No, we use foot and inches.
Oh,
we're supposed to.
Fuck that. Nobody uses that shit.
Okay. Let's skip it and go to somebody we can understand.
This poor guy. He's like, what the fuck? Now I don't get critiqued because you guys can't convert it.
Okay, fine. Listen. Okay, Pumping David.
Oh, there we go.
You need more size, Pumping David.
Yeah, I mean, he's a natty like little kid.
Yeah, but he knows that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's obviously got to know he's got to gain muscle for sure.
Good arms. He's got good arms.
Yeah, not bad arms. Yeah.
Good separation in the legs. Needs more chest. Need more back. That's
what
I
see. He's got a good back. Arms are good on that side try.
You know what? Actually, now that I look at it, it looks like everything is pretty even. He just needs more size everywhere.
He just needs to grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
The arms are good though. Like you see that side tricep; those are solid little triceps. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love how you're so condescending. You're like, those solid little triceps is good. Like pat him on the
head. Backhand.
They're good. They're good arms. Yeah.
No, he's got a good physique. Wait, this is a good shot here. Yeah. He's got good arms for sure. Arms are probably his best attribute.
He just needs to grow, man. I mean, this is just a time thing here.
But those are bodybuilding trunks, not classics. So he's trying to do bodybuilding.
He's trying to be a bodybuilder. Good on you.
Okay.
So yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, so what are we saying? Everything's pretty even. You just need more overall size.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 6.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 5.56. I mean, it's hard because it's like potential's there, and I mean, I think he's got a decent shape, and there's some good parts to it, but there still needs to be so much more muscularity to give it a fair.
You know what I realized from the debate we just had? I think we shouldn't, when we give a number, it should be based on the person alone, not compared to. Does that make sense?
Compared to another person, you mean?
Like when I look at this physique, right? I give him a 6 because I'm like, he's proportionate, but needs more muscle. When he gets more muscle, he could be a 7, 8, 9, whatever it may be. So but if you stood him next to Rami, he would look like a 3. So it's like, you can't, I think it's better if we just give them a number based on
I'm just thinking of it as if like the amateurs, like the Brandon Beckridges and the Meat Acts are a 10 in the amateur world. I'm thinking this is about 60% of that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do another one where we can find the proper height and weight. Sergio made me feel bad. He's like, this poor guy. So, okay, what's this guy?
You would have never got another foreigner to send in pics again.
6'1", 245 classic.
No, see, Sergio, we would have just trained them to do the conversion for us.
That's true.
King Coda lifts. Give that one. 6'1", 245 classic physique.
Where do you sit? This one? Oh,
yeah.
King 6'1", 245. I already know he's going to be a bodybuilder.
No, it says classic physique there.
I know, but we're gonna see him and be like, you should be a bodybuilder. Look.
Oh yeah, you should be a bodybuilder, homie.
Yeah, totally. It's tough. It's tough to tell somebody they shouldn't be classic. I mean, maybe if we saw him shredded, he would look different, but he looked like he'd be a good bodybuilder. He's got kind of thicker legs.
The thing with classic is because a lot of these guys, when they're starting off, they're still quite a bit under the weight caps, even for their classic. So they just think it's a way to succeed a little better, you know?
Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
And because like someone like Bumstead is so fucking popular right now, like, I mean, you know, a lot of these guys want to go in that because of guys like this, where they think like looking like Ramy is so far out of the fucking picture.
It is, right. It's more realistic. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I just for the record, I do think people should compete where they can compete, but you still have to be realistic about what your physique looks like.
See, I've always said the opposite. I always tell people to just compete where you like to compete and like what you want to look like, despite how you'll succeed in it.
Wait a minute. I do think people should compete where they like to compete. But if this guy wants to try and compete in classic, I think go ahead and do it.
Okay, sure. No, but I'm saying like that. Okay, so we're saying the same thing. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But
But what I'm saying at the end of the day is, even if you compete in classic because you want to, you should be able to look in the mirror and go, my physique.
Sorry, what I'm saying is, if you in your heart want to be a bodybuilder, but you think, oh, I'll do better in classic, I don't agree with that.
Agreed. 100%.
I think you should compete in bodybuilding, potentially do worse if that's what you like.
Yeah, you should do what you love. You're right. Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It depends on what their weight is too, because if you have to lose a lot of weight to get to classic, but with all honesty, if we had the classic division when we were growing, we would have jumped in it.
I would have probably stayed in classic, man. My body was definitely more of that.
When I was small, that's what I looked like.
Yeah. It took me a long time to get like thick. Okay. So what are we saying? We haven't really judged anything here. Here's
here. Let's
video.
Watch this. Here we go. So it needs to work on the chest a little bit. Legs are not bad from the side.
That's all the video is. I thought it was going to be more than that.
No, his biceps good.
Yeah.
On the side.
Back looks solid there.
Yeah. He's got pretty good shape.
Yeah. Got some good thickness in the back.
Video. That's a class. That's the Arnold.
Yeah, just like Ian
said. Is he going to do the javelin? I thought he was going to do the javelin pose.
But yeah, just like Ian said, this pose and then that twisting back double that he was doing, these guys do know you can hit this in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be in classic to hit these poses.
Okay, this is probably the best representation right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think his transformation is pretty good. His legs look thicker. His lats look like a little thicker. His stomach looks a little smaller.
He honestly looks a lot like I did when I was like 17, 18, you know?
Yeah.
And his back's actually really good. If you go to the next shot below it. No, below. Sorry, out. Like,
it is
good muscle in that back.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Like the legs, obviously the hamstrings, adductors need a lot of work there.
Which nobody cares about when you first start bodybuilding because you only look at the things that you see in the mirror.
Yeah.
So that's understandable. But yeah, the hamstrings are the worst body part for him.
I'm gonna go 6.1 based on structure and his back.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 6.
Because it's good structure overall.
Good structure. I mean, and there's not like any super glaring weak points from the front there. Like, the chest looks decent, the waistline's decent, the lats are good, the quads are okay. Like, it's nothing, it's pretty balanced from the front. The back, obviously, the hamstrings and adductors are definitely weak. But I mean, that's really the only glaring thing there.
Okay.
So just work on your adductors and hamstrings, bro.
Okay, guys. Ian, you're sitting in the dark now. I don't know why.
I know. Well, because it's 4:55. This is Canada. This is dark here, man.
Yeah, I know. All right, guys. I don't know how it's going to be received, but hopefully everybody likes the critiques they got. Should we critique ourselves before we go, just to make sure everybody knows we're fair?
So we can shit on ourselves.
We're fair to
Let me turn the light on.
Okay, let's do this here. Actually, you know what? This is going to be interesting. It could be bad news. Maybe we shouldn't do it.
No, if anything, it makes them feel better, because if we could shit on ourselves, then.
Yeah, but I don't know. What if? Okay.
Oh, you're doing me first?
Ian's first.
Fuck. Well, this guy should go down to classic.
Yeah.
All right. What do we see? We got a back shot here. What do we see? Ian can't say anything.
Well, hey, I did want to say this, Ian. I noticed you and Chris changed your back double, and you guys did something. I don't even want to say what it is, because I'm going to start doing it too. But I just wanted to say that I noticed you guys changed something.
Say what it is. I want to know what it is now.
I'll tell you when we're off there. I'm not going to say it on
Sergio
there.
can tell you.
Tell everybody
It's probably him and Chris's secret. They both changed it, like, coincidentally, the same show.
I don't see it. This is how everybody does their back double.
Well, it's not how I used to do mine.
It's not how he used to do it, or Chris.
Yeah.
And I used to do it the way they used to, and I'm going to start doing it this way now too.
Okay, this is what I see. More lower lat thickness.
Agreed. Yeah.
Chest, it's weird. Your chest is thick, but you don't have a lot of surface area to your chest.
Yeah, it's a small chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, is there a side chest or something there?
I know. I'm gonna find. Hey, you can't talk. It's me and Sergio. All right. So shoulders are good. Arms are good. Hamstring could use a little more drop. That's all I see in that. What do you see, Sergio? Calves need to be bigger.
For sure.
Oh God, here we go. No,
I thought that was
hard. It's hard to nitpick in this shot, because this is what, the day after the show.
This is like a week later. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see.
Yeah, this is you eating. You're super full.
But
the
like,
only downside
if you find a side chest on stage, my hamstrings look very different. So it's hard to say. Yeah.
But you can listen, Ian. You can't defend yourself. Nobody else.
No, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
Nobody else was able to defend themselves.
Sorry. There's a side chest for you.
Stop talking. Okay. Here, let me find them. I'm gonna find them. Okay, Sergio, what do you think when you look at this? What do you think? And be fucking honest.
I don't know if when you're doing your hands clasped like that, it's just pushing your chest together too much.
Yeah, it's close.
And if maybe you just rolled your shoulders back a little bit, but it makes your chest look narrow. But then in the shot next to it, it looks the least narrow.
I've always noticed that about you too, Ian. That most muscular is you crunch it together too far, and it closes your chest off even more.
Yeah, I know that.
I'd like to see that with your elbows back.
Okay.
Are we still getting on him about smiling, or is that?
No, I don't. That
is that last year shit.
That actually annoys me more.
Yeah,
no,
it was
it's calves this year. Smiles was last year.
Yeah. Okay, what do we do, Sergio? What do you want to see? There's a back shot. So we said lower lats, right? Anything else?
Ian's really hard to do, because we saw him at a level where he wasn't his best, and then improved so much. It's really hard to even see any lagging areas, because everything came up.
Yeah, but we're judging the most recent.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So go to the most recent, then go up. Yeah.
But you said it. Lower lats. But what bodybuilder doesn't need lower lats?
There's all the stage shots right there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sergio's not going to say anything, so I will. For me, it's weird. The shoulder from the side looks completely full and round, but the shoulder from the front looks like it needs more cap.
Mm-hmm.
Posing needs a little bit of work. Chest, obviously, I don't think there's much you can do, because it's surface area, not thickness. Legs are great. Calves, I don't even think are an issue. I don't know why people. That's really weird to me that people went off this year about that.
Your hamstrings are super hanging, and then from the back maybe could be more peeled.
Yeah.
Separated. Well, they're peeled.
Yeah.
They need some more separation.
No more separation. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. There's not much to nitpick, man. What do you think, Ian? Now that we're done, what do you think?
I think the biggest things for me, yeah, definitely like lower lat, like, and even erectors there. Like if you look at the back double,
Yeah.
there's kind of like an empty space there below my lats.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. I think my triceps, I have a ton of muscle on my triceps, but you can see that like outer head is like doesn't have a lot of pop to it, which on my side tri, which is like one of my best shots.
Yeah.
Like people will be like, why does he think is his best shots? Because like find a side tricep pose. Go back.
There's someone somewhere.
With my side tricep, I have a better tricep on the opposite arm, but my leg is better. So I actually do my side tricep on my worst arm.
There, like, okay, there, left side. Like you can see my tricep, like that outer head doesn't have a ton of pop out because like it's almost like filled in all the other heads that it doesn't have a lot of like depth, you know?
But it's thick, right? Exactly.
Yeah, so I need to continue work on that, build that up for sure. Chest is always going to be an ongoing thing for me. I mean, you know, like there's obviously you can see there's thickness there, but I lose, especially on my front shots, like my front double, I lose a lot of it, and I think that's a surface area thing, like you said. Yeah, I mean, my back still needs to get some more thickness and width on it, but it's improving. So I mean, it's
okay.
And yeah, hamstrings, adductors, stuff like that. I mean,
okay, Sergio, out of 10, what are we saying?
I would say 8.2.
God damn, you're fucking ruthless. I'm gonna say
that's where I put myself about.
I'm gonna say 8.6.
Good.
Okay.
I think it's just our grading scale is different because if he's an 8.2, I think Rami, or not, let's not say Rami. Let's say Phil when he won in 2012.
No,
I think that's a 10.
But we're talking about present day.
But then that means you're grading on a curve, like
I'm actually just trying to grade the person by themselves. I'm not comparing them to somebody else.
So that's probably the difference.
So when I think of like a great, like my favorite physique ever, I'm like, okay, Ian's probably like not far, you know, 8.6, 8.5, right? Like that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. I'm not like, well, let's compare him to Ronnie and Mike Francois and fucking Flex Wheeler. And I'm not doing that. Right. Because if you took all time every bodybuilder ever, I would be like a 6. Like I'm not comparing to every bodybuilder to ever grace the stage.
I get what you're saying.
I'm comparing to the guy just standing there by himself. Like I looked at the physique, he's standing in a bubble alone.
I think it's just when you say a 10, when you say what's a 10 in my head, really not that many people at the Olympia this year were a 10.
I agree.
Well, I agree with that too. See, it's really tough to explain myself because when I think of a 10, I think of Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, that's what I think of too.
I think of like 98 Ronnie Coleman. That's a 10. Right. So I don't know. It's tough to say, right? But I would just give. But Sergio, even if we did go that way, let's say Ronnie Coleman 98 is a 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does Rami fit then? Is Rami like a 9.8 or a 9?
No way. No, I would say he's like a 9.
9.2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 9.5.
I would say the 2011 Phil is a 10, and Rami's still 10 points away from that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, this is why
I say my decimal points mean more than yours because
right.
9.5 to me is where he's still, and that doesn't mean like somebody else can't be a 9.5 also. Like I'd also say like Mike Francois is a 9.5.
Right.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Who would win, Mike Francois or Big Rami?
That's a tough one. I'd have to see them next to each other.
Right.
Like I don't know. They're both very awesome. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Who do you think?
It's hard to compare different generations because the skin is different. The look is different.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, we're way off. Ian, what do you think? We got Sergio here.
We'll pull up a pick here. Where do we go?
Got a quarter turn.
Good shot.
Nothing to complain about there.
No, not really. No.
Got him in a nice pair of little shorts.
Definitely got better calves than me. Quads are great.
Sergio, I'm not going to have much to complain about, man. I've always loved your physique.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing I can complain about, actually, though, if I really think about it, is I want to find a back shot because This I find strange. Your chest is really good, but when you pull up, it disappears.
He's the same as me. It's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his chest here, he loses a lot when he opens up on the front double.
Huh.
And this was also a picture that was 2 days before the show. So I'm the most
flat.
depleted.
Yeah.
But my chest and back are the first to go, just like Ian.
Yeah.
Your physique is very deceiving. You know that, eh? Like when you're standing by yourself, you don't look massive.
I know I say that all the time. Until I put posing trunks on.
the other day.
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast last week about how.
Yeah, I think by myself, I actually think I look way worse. And then in posing trunks on stage, I like go up 10 points.
Yeah.
Well, when you're standing, like
I never realized how big structurally of a person you were until I seen you at the Olympia like 2 or 3 years ago when I saw you there like wearing your fucking suspenders and shit, you know. And I was like, holy fuck, this guy's way bigger and taller than I thought he was.
This is where it is. This is where it is. This is what I see.
He's the same as me though. It's like lower lat, like in an erector, same, you know.
Yeah. No, it's funny you guys say that because actually one of the best compliments I ever got was actually from Luke, and he was just doing the play-by-play at the Arnold, and I realized he's actually never seen me in person.
Yeah.
And he said it at least twice, not even on purpose, where he was actually shocked about how big and how tall I was, and he'd never know before then. So that's when I realized, holy shit, people don't know from Instagram.
No, you don't get the perspective well. Yeah.
You know why I think that is though? I think guys, when they're very proportionate, don't look real. They don't show their size well because everything flows together so well. Yeah, you can't really tell until you see
like this photo. You can tell if he's 5'8" or 6'1".
But that's
no idea.
That's a proportion thing, I think. But then when you're standing next to somebody, see, that's another thing about your back that throws me off is I see the back lat spread, and it's not just that you're spreading it so it looks wide. There's a lot of thickness in here.
See, but I'm the same with this though. My back lat looks a lot better than my back double in that aspect.
I know that. That's a lot of guys, but I can't recall your back lat off the top of my head, Ian. But do you have
not as good as this? No, his thickness, his lower lat thickness is better than mine.
So this is what's throwing me off. I see all this lat thickness here, right?
Yeah.
But then when I go to the back double, it's not there, and I'm like, I wonder if it's a posing issue.
Well, it has to be. This is what we were talking about with the thing is how he's posing it. Popping back like that versus popping down.
Oh, I know what you guys are talking about now.
Or like flexing down to pop it out and back. Yeah.
You're arching your spine too much, maybe, and that's taken away from your low lat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Interesting. So Ian, what do you see? Do you see any weaknesses here that he could work on?
I mean, it's minor stuff like lower lat, stuff like that, erectors. His chest is good. I mean, like on the side chest and stuff, it's good. But
can I say something though? The best facial expressions in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite part. It's the worst, bro. It's the worst. But I swear to God, I actually just commented on Chris's post a couple days ago where he posted him doing abs. If you look, his toes are moving constantly. I do the same thing. I have to use other body parts to connect my muscle. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Oh, click that Big Ramy one because I'm standing next to Big Ramy. That'll give you a better.
Yeah, so like you can see, you're if anything wider than him, shoulder to shoulder.
No, there's a difference there. I can see Ramy's much bigger, but not.
No. But I'm saying, look at the shoulders, where the body.
Yeah.
Not the lat width or thickness.
Structure.
The actual structural width of his shoulders, he's wider than Ramy.
Well, because I know how big Cedric is from being around him so much, and Sergio's the same size.
Yeah,
he's a monster, and he's super tall, tall.
Yeah.
I could probably put another 10 pounds on easily.
Yeah, you could. It wouldn't affect your structure, I don't think, at all. No.
But again, I'm only going to post pictures where I look good.
Yeah. Good job, man. So
what's your critique?
My critique?
Yeah.
I think if we're saying the back is thick because it looks like it's thick, my only critique is posing. Because I also wonder in the front double, I wonder if it could be done a different way so that it's not hiding so much of his chest.
Well, see, and this is the thing that I changed with mine because like my chest, I lose a lot, is I just pull my elbows a little more forward to like give it a little more pop.
There's a stage front double if you keep going.
Where?
Go a little bit lower. I think I posted it. Keep going.
Wait, I want to see this.
There it is. There's a compare down.
1 second.
Chest looks good there. Conditioning's good. Legs are good from the side.
There's a front double.
Yeah, see, it looks a little better in that shot.
It looks better there, yeah.
See, but I think my chest looks like shit in that shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the weaker point there, but it doesn't look as bad. Like it's not as spread out.
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
But the problem is when I come forward with my elbows.
Your waist?
Yeah, my waist.
Yeah.
If you try and crunch down instead of pull back, does your waist?
Yeah, waist, my obliques come out.
Yeah.
I can actually help you with that because I learned a way to keep my obliques tucked in.
Yeah, please, because that's my worst part.
It's literally breathing. Like it's almost like I can feel my low back contract inwards, and it actually pulls my obliques in. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's actually like you're actually flexing your low back.
Please show me, because what I'm doing in this picture is I'm trying to elongate my waist as high up as possible
to make your
obliques don't come out.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so Ian, what are we saying out of 10?
So I'm sticking with Sergio's scale here, and my scale, like where I'll give him a 8.7, 8.8.
Whoa,
that's what I was saying.
Whoa, that's really high.
Yeah.
No, I was saying you guys are both between 8.5 and 9.
Yeah, like I gave myself at the Olympian 8.5. I think his Arnold package is a little better than that, so I think he's a little up on me there.
Yeah, interesting.
But I really wanted to do this show with you, Ian, because I wanted to ask you, because I feel like me and you are kind of about the same level. Mm-hmm. And Bonak's going to be gone soon. Rami's going to be gone soon. Dexter's gone. Phil's going to be gone soon.
Rami's not going to be gone soon.
Well, but no, you're right. I said that wrong. He doesn't count because, like, if we go to the Arnold, he's not. He's not doing the Arnold.
He's not.
Mr. Olympia doesn't count. It's like
I know.
Because we're not battling Mr. Olympia. Me, Ian, Hunter, Nathan. We're battling each other, really.
Yep.
So I more wanted to ask him because I said in an interview like 3 years ago that I thought Nathan and Luke were going to be the only people that I was going to have to worry about once it was my turn. Because that's how this sport works. You pay your dues, and then when it's your turn, look at Sean. He fucking was around forever. He paid his dues, and then when it was his turn, he nailed it. And that's what bodybuilding is. So, Ian, who do you think is someone above you that you want to catch up to, or you want to actually see yourself stand next to, besides me and you, of course?
That's a good question. I mean, that's ahead of me a little now, and that I would like to see myself catch up to is probably Kuklo.
Oh yeah,
I think it's Kuklo.
Kuklo, sorry, whatever.
It's okay. I'm just saying.
Everyone says my name wrong, so they can go fuck themselves.
Hey, no one says my name wrong than anyone, so I don't want to hear it.
Kuklo or Rolly, I think I'd like. If
did you guys? In tears, wait a minute. Did you guys just say that? My fucking name's Fouad.
Do you get that?
I literally changed my name to Haas so that nobody would fuck up my name anymore.
Fouad. Say my last name.
Oliva.
See, but we only had this conversation, so it doesn't count. No one says it right. No one.
They enunciate the other way, right?
What do they say?
Or they say or they add a letter and they go Olivia.
Oliva. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Olive.
Okay. Anyways.
But anyway.
Where do you see yourself? Go on, Ian. Where do you see yourself?
No, that's the guys that I'd see, like the next ranking. I'd be like a Kuklo, and after that, like the Rolly or the guys that I'd like to.
See, I think Rolly's only got maybe a year or two left too. I'll put him on the way out.
Yeah,
because he's got a lot of injuries too.
Sergio, aren't you older though? Sergio, you're like 36, aren't you right now, or 37? Yeah.
No, 36. I just turned 36.
So you got probably 4 or 5 years left, right? In your mind?
No, I think with Sean winning it at 44, I think I have 9 years.
Yeah, I mean it's possible, but the standard is usually around 40. Guys kind of start going backwards.
Is it though? Look at Ronnie. Look, this is the only reason I say this is because remember, I didn't even lift a weight.
Later.
You started later, yeah.
Until I was 21. So I only have 15 years of actually working out. And the first 10, you're fucking just doing bullshit and trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, so even though Sergio's 6 years older than me, we have about the exact same amount of lifting time. Like 15,
and 15 years, I think, I think ages bodybuilders the most, and this isn't talked about, is how many times you put your body under the toll of getting ready for a show. So if you've done 6 shows in 1 year, you aged more than I did in 2 years when I did 1 show a year. Because going down to that percentage, coming back, after a while, it's not that you're aging, is that shit doesn't shock your body anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening.
That freshness, yeah.
Yeah, the diuretics don't work anymore. The drugs don't work anymore. And then you lose it. And that's what happens. I don't think it's really age. I think age has more to do with
it's bodybuilding
muscle. The
Yeah,
muscle
I hear
fullness
you.
isn't there.
Yeah.
Competitive age. Yeah.
It's what you've done.
But
with your body.
I would say Nathan's going to be more of an issue for us than anyone.
I agree. But I've always said this. I mean, from like
you guys are wait a minute. You guys are forgetting James.
Yeah, no, James too, for sure.
James is gonna
Nathan in terms of like Olympia level stuff, like Nathan's got that look, you know?
Yeah,
like,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
I think James
to be the next Sean Roden, you know, Phil Heath, Brandon Curry. Nathan is that guy. I agree there.
I think James, after another full year with Patrick, is going to be very dangerous next year.
I agree, and I even think someone like Nick Walker will do okay too. I mean, I think there's a lot of guys that, you know, are in that tier, but I think when we're talking about like Sergio saying the next, like the top, you know, next crop of top guys, I definitely put Nathan there with him. I agree with that for sure. But I've always been a huge fan of Nathan's physique and think he's really good. So
yeah, right. I'm actually super excited for bodybuilding. This is the most excited I've been in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. We got to rate your physique, Fouad.
I'm not. You're not. Yeah. I'm retired.
Well, then we're rating your best physique. Pull up go to Google and get like a, you know,
pull it up from 1999
from the archives.
Fuck you. I'm not that old.
From your MySpace.
MySpace.
All right.
Get on a DVD. Get on a DVD of your show.
You little cocksucker.
On the battle for the Olympia? Pull that up.
All right.
2011 Flex Pro. That's good.
This is 2007.
No, there's 2011 Flex Pro there.
This is like one of my best looks right here.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, I can't. Well, you're the three icons are covering you here. One sec. Let me move this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. We need more shots.
This is Orlando. This is Orlando.
That was my pro debut. Yeah.
Where do you want me to click? I'll click what you guys want me to click. Except for
that was your pro debut. Holy shit!
This is
Ian's my pro debut.
Yeah.
Oh,
like he won that show, and that was also my pro debut.
I don't know. What do you guys want? You guys tell me what to click. I don't know what to click.
That's all right. Well, are we going to critique here?
Go ahead. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it from people who I respect. I can't take it.
Go to that side chest there. That side chest.
This one. Bad angle.
To me, I see triceps definitely need to come up a bit. You agree on there?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Triceps, I noticed that. Especially on your front relaxed, I can see it as well.
That's a bad front relaxed. 1 second. This one?
That one. Yeah, that's the one I saw it on.
Yeah.
And there's a side tricep there as well below it.
These are bad shots. That's a good shot.
I don't think these are good shots. These are great.
I hate
triceps are really the only thing I see there. I mean, the legs look good. Midsection's nice there.
I hate looking at my physique. You know that? I'm like, can we not do this?
I mean,
I really feel like. Really good. See, you're one of those ones when you crunch down, your abs are better. Because are you crunching down on that lat spread?
What'd you say, Ian?
What'd you weigh at Vancouver there?
This is 255.
Really? You look smaller than normal there.
Yeah.
Is it just that photo?
It must be the photo. Yeah. I was a little smaller. Orlando was my biggest. I was 258 in Orlando.
258.
Do you flex your abs on your front lat spread?
Yes.
You flex, right?
Yeah. I don't elongate. I flex.
Yeah. See,
go there, down in the middle on the right side.
The opposite.
Middle on the right side. This.
Yeah, that. What show's that from?
The one on the right.
Both.
This is the Flex Pro 2011. This is
2008
Houston Pro.
Houston, yeah.
Yeah. I honestly was better when I was younger.
Your shape is nicer, but your muscularity and gnarliness isn't as good.
Yeah, right. I got thicker, like the
you got like thick, and you got like these gnarly hamstrings and like crazy thickness in the back.
This one's good. This is a good guest posing. No, yeah. I got a lot thicker. This is Vancouver too. I got a lot thicker in like when I did the Orlando, but my shape, honestly, I like the way I looked when I was younger. They just wanted me to get bigger. They're like, keep getting bigger, keep getting bigger. And
Did you notice it was like any time, like when one specific offseason that you pushed it, that you noticed your waist started to go a little more than others?
I think it was 2010, 11 years when my waist started to grow the most.
And did you
ever get any like digestive enzymes and like gut health stuff?
No, because it wasn't a distension. It was just my obliques. Like my obliques are thicker normally.
Yeah.
So did you
get really heavy those off seasons?
Oh yeah, I always got heavy in the off season. Always, every single year.
What's the heaviest?
304, I think.
Oh,
is the heaviest I got.
And how tall are you?
5'9".
Okay.
But yeah, if I could go back and do it again, I think I would have just ignored them.
Yeah.
I would have ignored the placings and I would have stayed at like, because watch, I'll show you that. Watch, check this out.
Yeah, Houston was a good look.
This is by far like this is my favorite shape. Like I wasn't as big and thick and shit, but
like look at that front relax far left.
Like this is
like that's a crazy nice front relax.
Yeah. Wow.
What do you weigh there? Like mid 240s?
This is 238.
238.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
This is, I would have stayed exactly like this, like forever. Like this is the same show.
That look would do really good right now, man.
I know it would. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I would have stayed right here and they're like, no.
That's an awesome look. Yeah.
But that's why I always respected Cedric, because Cedric's like, no matter where I place, this is how I want to look. He didn't like try and chase something that he wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Cool.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
We'll wrap it there. And thank you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, gentlemen.
We'll see you guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.